Alright. Let's back and started. I think everybody's here. And then last place we left off, we're in Karawang, and Yashiro, this like tiger-like Leonin, had challenged Velu for one of his swords to combat. A quick succession of saying, if you want it, you can earn it. You will fight me tonight. And kind of abruptly, like, the Runiseers who are downstairs, like, staring at, like, at all these, like, materials, kind of, the air is cut by the intense, like, challenge in the air. And for those of you who are not here, perusing, walking, or even learning from your family, Idris, you have your grandmother and uncle that you have just been introduced to for the first time, and apparently later tonight your own cousin, maybe one even of your age, and an interesting meeting to be made between there as well. So two events occurring. Two, if you want to hold these things like in sequence together, like do one, do the other, we'll do that. So we'll probably like cut to, like, you know, the meeting of like Idris's extended family or anybody else that's important, and then jump towards if Velu / Layla accepts the challenge of Yashiro, which we're going to resolve now, jumping immediately back to that underground black like market sale of what you guys are going through. Infernal iron being passed through red cloth, swords mounted on the wall, exchanged for one another. Velu, the air is cut and it's ice cold to you for a moment as you hear the growling words of Yashiro, challenge in the air. What does Velu do? What is Layla's expression?
Probably neutral. For like a second, and then kind of like a smile appears out of Layla's face, and she would say, "I accept."
He smiles. You see Yoshio like smiles with a hearty like toothed maw, and he just like he chuckles like outward. Very well, and just takes he already has his own sword and sheath. He has taken your sword already and hangs it on the other side of his he's like currently adorning it, the sword that he has just traded with you, and he looks to you and the rest of your group. My things within here, of course, are for you to look around. However, the sword will be your prize if you defeat me tonight. If not, looks over at you. You will no longer have access to my wares, and I will move locations, and you will never find me again. Seems
What?
reasonable.
Okay.
And you
just like,
your beer's like,
He looks over at Mimosa, like, what is the point?
He like stares at all. He's like, I will have to move anyways, but whether or not is within a location I trust or not is up to you. New outsiders are always untrustworthy. And you see Micah's like kind of like looking down with a bit of a sigh. He's like, just when I was getting used to this place. Dang it. And he just like puts his hands on the table.
I mean, you don't have to move. We're not planning on doing anything for you guys.
He just puts a hand up to you, like kind of like waving you off. It's like, it is not of your decision.
No, I'm aware.
Enjoy what you have in front of you at this moment. And just kind of like continue to spread his hands around. I believe, Mimosa, you were staring at some books on the wall, some Dragonborn, like scaled books. In opening these books, so say, Mimosa, not very historical, but they are in Draconic. They actually speak about the ascendant dragons of the past. And as you read about it, just like in your brief moment, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. As you've been kind of back and forth from conversation. Maybe you want to pick up an interesting thing or two.
Okay, one sec. I forgot I still had fucking Robin Little open.
Shout out Broken Compass.
Good compass!
Shout out
Investigation.
kobolds.
Oh, 16.
Okay. Your investigation reveals origins of dragons in the world of Lycorium. This past of the introduction of the prime gods and the ruin of Castro, the introduction of the elements, and the combination of like the astral sea, interweaving and creating the dragon itself. The leader and intelligent mind of the cosmos was once a large prismatic dragon that had basically offspringed itself to the world. And as you're reading a little bit about it, it talks about the creation of like the humanoid and like what dragons had introduced to the world of magics, of the elemental magics, before the existence of the planes of existence. And it kind of starts getting a little around your head at a 16. Like you're kind of like blinking, you're like yada 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 yada, cool dragon cut picture, and there's a picture on one of the pages of a dragon, and you're like staring at it, and it's like a regal purple and crystallic dragon. It kind of like is clawing on like the inside of a mountain, and like emerging from its like winged crevice, and from behind in the background seeing multitudes of wyvern like wings crowd the sky in this photo like imagery. This is a very, very rare find. It must be. This looks like something that would belong like the Cosmos archives or something like that.
Rose is kind of blinking and he like looks up. Where did you find these?
He like looks at you and he says, "Well, friend, I know some people. They deliver me things, helps me learn about others." He kind of points at the book. "I'm still learning how to read, of course. Magic's helpful."
Wow. You understand Draconic?
He just shrugs at you. It's like, never really had an interest. It's not easy language.
I suppose it's not. He'll like close the book. Though I implore you, this is interesting.
He smiles. He
He'll, like,
says,
put
"I
it
trust
back.
it. Got it from a good friend." He looks over at you all. Swords on the wall still, of decoration, right? Rare items. Potentially interesting of you guys mainly is the infernal iron that they hold. This divinium sword that was unsheathed before you. The twin blades that I believe Velu, that is what I believe you have already acquired.
Mine. Yes.
I don't have the item in D&D Beyond for now, but for the purposes of your knowledge, these twin blades are not attuned. However, they do hold within them a requirement to hold both of the blades to activate its charges. So both your hands must occupy the blades. So
Yeah.
you can hold one on its own as well and continue to do as you please, but you will not be able to activate its charges unless wielding both.
I can will both.
I know. I'm just letting you know because since I don't have an item for you to look at.
Yeah.
The charges, when released, since you are holding the item, you have learned its information, will reveal a spell of lightning bolt cast at a 4th level.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically the charge it holds. And the charge that is contained resets every short rest. Very powerful.
Nice.
That's fire shit.
Yep. And that's what you hold right now with yourself. Magical weapon, of course. No bonuses to the attack rolls or damages, but a powerful spell imbued.
Sorry.
Yeah, and the reward seeking at the end of your battle with Yashiro, of course, the Divinium weapon, which will also be basically your prize. A powerful tool that could potentially aid you guys in future fights and events.
Okay, I just stopped. I'm geeking right now.
Okay.
Um, sorry.
No worries. So what do you guys want to do? You guys are just hanging out here in this underground den for a bit, and there's apparently fight tonight. You don't know how to work it out, but it's gonna happen.
So, what time do you want to have this spa? I'm talking to the
When
person.
he kind of like turns to you and he looks at Micah and like thinks about this and puts his like finger to his lip. Looking back at you, Layla, they kind of like suggest when the hunt returns tonight, they will have a feast, a fire, and typically challenges are made of the night. I will challenge you or find you. If you are not around, I will know you have lost.
I will be there.
Nods his head. And I am excited to see your skills. You seem talented, but I do not like to make an assumption, especially for a weapon such as this. And he grabs the Divinium sword, and you see he kind of like puts it on his own back.
Oh. Very cool.
And he wields like three. He's like holding three different swords right now. He has like your sword on his hip, his actual sword on his other hip, and another sword that he has just placed in like a shoulder scabbard. That has like he's decked out in like three different swords. Looks kind of badass.
Super cool.
And yeah. Are you guys taking anything else down here?
No, I don't think so. Right?
I don't think so. No. Or I'm like working on things.
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you want to get that? You got the book?
I don't need it. It's just history.
What's the book from before? Jacob?
That Mimosa had read.
Mm-hmm.
Mimosa, you would share like the contents of like the book with Ymir that you read.
No, I like don't remember.
I know I'm saying it, but
Oh.
you also didn't read it, so like,
I meant like the name of the book.
no name. It's just covered in draconic scales.
You don't think that's like interesting at all?
Oh,
Like
well,
you're just gonna say.
well, was just like scratching his head. I guess I'm just not a big reader. I mean,
I could read it
give
for
me-
you.
what?
I could read it to you if you want, but that sounds like an
He said it
interesting
was a
thing.
gift to him. I
And
don't
you
know if
only
it's like...
and you only picked up one of the books, Mimosa. There's two. Both of them look as equally scaled, whether or not it be real scales or not, leathered, however it may appear. There are two individual books. You only picked up one. The other book that's sitting there is not as hefty, I will say, but in the odds of picking one up, you have not read the other.
I
Excuse me,
mean,
sir.
how much would this go for?
Those, oh,
If everything is for sale.
I'm sorry. I would not be able to get rid of those just yet. Not until I finish myself.
Yeah, I assume
Oh,
so.
okay.
They are just
Did you-
decorative.
Would we be able to ask what they're like about? Like a general summary?
He smiles and says, I have not yet finished the volumes myself. Historical prismatic dragons and some of the relics of the draconic ancestries. I am seeking some materials from a long time ago. And I think it is a clue towards some better materials.
Whoa, that's interesting. That sounds cool.
He just nods and he says, very cool.
All right. Well, got you.
Nods at you. Looks over at Layla, who is still kind of like intermingling around. Bella, I know you're done, but is there anything else you wish to like engage in down here before leaving?
To clarify, as a player, am I using the dual swords in
You
the
can
fight?
use whatever you want.
And can I
he
use
has not-
magic?
Look, it's up to you. He has not given you instruction. It is a duel he has mentioned to you. However you wish to engage in this or have assistance, have like prep time, whatever you need, you know it will happen. It's up to you to decide what you wish to do
Okay.
to best yourself, at the very least.
Okay. I'm going to assume we're gonna leave. Layla will look towards the person. I always forget his name. I will be taking these swords, and I'll be fighting you with these swords.
He smiles and says, "Very well. They are well balanced, one of my own making. You shall be. No excuses then."
No excuses?
He smiles at you. You see it as a bit of a taunt, your passive insight.
Well, don't be surprised if you lose to a woman.
He smiles. There are plenty of powerful huntresses here. I do not mean to challenge anybody, especially one of a dominating species.
Yes. Well, I'll see you at the hunt
Good luck.
ceremony. Good luck to you, because you will need it.
He growls underneath his maw. This like this tiger like growl like kind of escapes the side of his teeth as he kind of looks over to Micah, and Micah kind of stares over. He's like a little excited. He's happy to see a fight occur. So you see he's like getting those eyes of like, nice.
Rest up, buddy. And Layla will look towards Ymir and Mimosa. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And we start
Alright.
walking off.
As you guys walk up, you hear behind you the footsteps of Yoshiro, who escorts you. The wall you hear as you're walking up the stairs, a click behind you. You don't see where, but you hear it. And the door, that secret entrance that reveals to you, like creaks open. You guys walk out of that shop once again. That sword dangling from the first rooms. The mirage of a swordsmith's shop. It would be safe to assume for the three of you that this person is a weaponsmith, like master, would be a mastery person, master craftsman. After seeing what's down below and what is up here, it is no denying that this person is very familiar with the blade. I don't know if that makes Layla nervous, but it is definitely a truth to uncover as you guys escape this building.
That guy scares me. Are you sure you're gonna be alright?
No. We'll see. I really want this sword, though.
What does it do?
I mean, it's worth a shot.
It's cool, because it's a dual sword thing, and I don't need to use my book anymore, even though I like using my book for spells. It casts lightning bolt.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
fun.
perfect.
Yeah, no. My
Are
spell.
we allowed
I
to
love
help
that
you?
spell. Unsure, but I
You
would
didn't
say
say any
no.
rules.
I would say no. I'll need to keep my pride and his pride intact.
Okay. And you see like Ymir putting down a card out of his deck of fortune. It's like, alright, well, good luck.
Well, you've already drawn your luck for the day, even I believe Ymir.
No, I didn't.
So,
It should be 19
okay
for this
yeah.
one.
So you have just drawn it, and you know maybe the luck could be in your favor.
Yeah, but no, I gotta trust him.
I know it's a card of faith and also temptation, kind of, for Ymir.
I got faith.
Alright.
He got this.
I hope so.
Me
Mechanically,
too. I
hell
hope so.
yeah.
As a player. Wow.
Yeah.
A little snap cut over to the others who are engaged with the family of Idris. Your communications with your grandmother and uncle continued from their past points. You've already learned the information you have. Is there any pressing questions that you guys kind of probe between these new faces to you? Anything about the area, anything about their history, anything that you were seeking to know? They'd be willing to give you as much information as they could.
History on The relics.
There's a little of information that Bayor shares with you, Father Cruz. With him being a guardian of this location, he is familiar with a few prime relics. Some of the relics of the old times are protected by Genesis itself. And one of those being the Tekros harp. And he talks about it in a response of like, someone like him would never be able to like even witness like a holy relic. Like to be within like the vicinity of one would be like a blessing. And you see that he's very like leaned towards like the idea of like the holy virtues of like the prime gods. You see the grandmother also shares a sentiment, but doesn't know too much about like the old like relics of time. Bayor seems to have some knowledge of like just like the political things, but nothing that kind of alludes you to locations of new ones. They do mention
I would like
something,
Oh.
Go
however.
ahead.
Just because I'm gonna have you roll a religion check for me first for Father Cruz.
Yay! I love doing those.
That could
Okay, give me a second.
their information could lead you to a hypothesis.
Okay, alright. I got this, guys. Big roll, big money.
Big money.
I'm gonna guidance myself. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. There are Lycorium gods that exist in this world, as you are aware. There is a moment where Bayor describes some of these relics as if avatars of the world protect them. Like he talks about, I would never be able to see these like things, but he talks about like people. He doesn't know the names. He doesn't seem to share, but he seems to have a constant, reoccurring statement of they in the conversation, like saying they would never, but who is they? This refers you to the idea that some of the gods of old had avatars, these like planar warriors that would be within the material holding their relics true. Whether they're still here since 300 something years ago, 390 cycles ago, who knows? Or passed down, or re-inherited, or reincarnated. Finding people's a lot easier, though. At least you know this.
Yes.
So, could be helpful.
I would like to inquire about something.
What's up?
I would like to ask why the same saying that's imprinted on my bangles is imprinted outside.
Oh. Your grandmother is easy to explain. When your mother was being presented as a potential candidate for the Lord Aaron, it was inquisitive of the huntress chosen to wear a banner of some kind of like their pride. This is the quote that basically followed your mother to that same day. And not only your grandmother had assisted in like defining the name, even though it's not part of her pride even, she was also it was mainly a test of some sorts, and she still holds it as like a sentimental quote to remember her daughter, and she doesn't see herself getting rid of it anytime soon.
It just like tilts her head at that, and she kind of like looks at the bangles. Were these given to her before or after?
Before, she would tell you. They were decor to represent her pride. A magic upon them was just a luck we had. a rare, valuable item looks good in front of an important person.
You know, I actually spoke to his son.
Lord Andre.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of like raises an eyebrow at you. She doesn't seem like super into the Richmonts. Like as like your insight can catch, like she's a little apprehensive towards, you know, their history. But she's familiar.
She said, "Oh, nah."
She's kind of look at you, kind of like, and.
Oh well, you know, we just spoke. Very handsome man.
Bear rolls his eyes.
What was that for?
He's privileged, I suppose. Puts his hand on his he puts his hand gesturing in the air. He has not seen a hunt. He has not been a guardian. He is just the son of a lucky lord.
Most of these, I would consider them rich kids, are very sheltered. They don't know life outside of their bubble.
The Lord Andre seems like he wants to help the Safari, and no one hates him for this. The Lord Aaron, however, kind of like blinks at you. He does not come from a pride, or at least not claim as one, which some finds unauthentic. Kind of like shrugs about it. See your grandmother's like kind of like off about it.
What was my grandfather like?
Gothard. You were explained a little bit about your grandfather. Your grandfather has a history of being part of the original hunts prior to, not prior to the divide, but like some of the first like steps towards like introduction of Arcanium into the world. And he had spent most of his time kind of as a coalition leader towards like tech. He didn't necessarily respect the technology inside of the Safari, and basically was one of the people who advocated that the Safari stay in its naturistic view and away from the Arcanium. Him and alongside a lot of other believers of that same regard. It's kind of a it kind of doesn't that feeling kind of dies a little bit as you see like there's obviously some tech happening in like the village even in Karawang, but you can definitely like hear the story right now of like how he had basically accomplished what he wished and now a new generation has come. It's not like he didn't die out of vain or anything like that. He just passed as an age.
I see.
Was present for most of Sorch's life. Of course, as you know, becoming an alien and a huntress to give up like your daughters and your sons is very common. So, they had not seen her after her dismissal from this place. But they were nearby near Bugatti, so it didn't make too much of a difference.
Oh god, my D&D Beyond crashed.
I won't make you roll anything. Not for now, at least. You
I
some
know.
open air.
I know, I just get blank screen, Jacob. It's cooked.
It's fine.
Anyway.
Carnelian.
Oh, we're good. We're back.
Was there anything you are inciting or looking around at during this conversation? You're with Idris and Father Cruz during this time. Was there anything that you would ask or seek out in this place that's unfamiliar to you?
Karn probably wouldn't ask anything of him. He'd probably just sit there and analyze them as Cruz and Idris ask questions to see if they are lying or holding back information.
You can definitely tell it's like a back and forth of that feeling, Carnelian. But you don't think it comes from a hostile place. You think it comes from a fear of scaring one another, or maybe even a fear of being incorrect in what they say. They're being very careful to like share the information that it seems reasonably important, and you can definitely tell that with holdings happening with your passive wisdom. However, you do get asked questions too, Carnelian. I don't know if you answer them, but you do see that Bayar looks at you with interest, staring. It's like, and are you of one of the prides here in the Safari?
No, I'm not.
Where do you come from?
Someplace on the other continent.
Perhaps your lineage traces back to here as well, or do you not wish to seek that out, such as Idris?
I have no idea.
He kind of like shrugs. It's like, to know your father's is a glorious opportunity. Know your mother's as well. To know where one comes from can explain a lot of your heritage. It seems as though people become who they most are willing to accept. And he kind of like stares at you for a second, Carnelian, and like tilts ahead. Do you have a person that you would call your father?
I had a parental figure a long time ago, but I'm not sure if I remember the name.
And who had raised you? And kind of like, he seems pressing you. Idris and Father Cruz, you definitely tell that Bear is like walking into traps by asking these questions.
Are you good with last names?
Just like stares at you. He says, "We do not own last names in the prides. We just are called
What do you
of
mean?
our pride, the brightest night, the golden skies.
Okay.
Don't really do last names."
Never mind then.
No, please.
I was gonna ask if you knew anything about Silver Spit.
Silver Spit. Sounds fey. Or
Hey.
maybe dwarven, maybe. Silver,
Okay.
gold, and copper, typical of dwarvish naming. At least from the Crystal Mountains, I've known some silver strikes, silver irons, silver trees. Would imagine that's a
Okay.
name someone would give to someone who works within a dwarvish intent, or even sylvan or elvish. Haven't met many elves personally. He kind of stares at it just with a smile and says, "I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing."
All right. But it just like stands there, wobbling back and forth a little bit, around like heel toe, heel toe.
I think this is the moment where Ymir, Velu, Mimosa, if you were arriving back to the group, you would, unless you wanted to make a stop midway.
Going by like a little Walgreens type shit, picking up more drinks.
You guys have like a perfectly bamboo woven basket of just things. Like it was like
Alcohol.
it was like 5 copper pieces, and it's a woven basket, and then you have like some like breads and like fruits.
Don't worry, guys. I'll pay the copper pieces.
I know it's pretty rare.
Carbs,
Yeah.
veggies, fruits.
Yeah, just like some woven baskets, underwater basket weaving style, bamboo, like the type you see in bushcraft videos, like those kind. Like they're just sticks and grass.
Mm, mm, mm.
And you guys are right back to the group, who has kind of, they seem mid-conversation, mid-drink. The day is kind of turning into a little bit later in the day. Not yet sunset, but mid between. You guys can pass the time if you wish. to the dinner that you would be introduced to Jamie, this cousin of Idris, if you wish. Or if you guys have something else you'd wish to discuss, you may.
I'm not opposed.
I'm Skip. I vote.
Time skip is fine.
You're
Yay!
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my burrito in the.
I
oven now.
appreciate the votes of confidence. I'll be getting inspiration. That was so coordinated.
Really?
Yes,
Okay, in
I
my
should- I
inventory you
reward-
go.
I reward good behavior.
Wait, we got something? Sorry, I accidentally pressed F8.
That's
at the same
hilarious.
time.
You don't get one.
No!
No, you guys get a heroic inspiration if you haven't had one already.
Oh, heck yes. This is great.
Just for coordinated planning.
Why do I keep
Wait,
pressing?
Jacob, take a D inspiration.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, you know what, Jacob? Take it, bro.
You know what,
Just
Jacob?
take
Take a penalty.
disadvantage.
-5.
Yeah.
take it up the ass. What?
Okay.
Whoa.
Yoink. That's
Yeah.
mine, gal.
Awesome.
Make a death saving throw, Bella.
Finally,
Make a death saving throw, Zap, actually.
I've been doing that
Zap,
for the
I'm
past 3
attacking the
weeks.
player directly.
He has cancer.
Yu-Gi-Oh style. All right. Time passes. The sun rose down in a very like quick montage. The sun like lowers down like very Lion King style and becomes like that sunset red. You are all surrounded, kind of in like a pitch tent where a table has been addressed. There's been food laid out, a roast on a fire. You guys can smell the burning of pork and what appears to be like not this giant axe beak from before from the regional locations you were, but it looks to be boar. This glazed like honey, like kind of like poured over everything, very glossy type of entourage of meal, hearty, with many different sides or hors d'oeuvres, things you guys didn't have to worry about. But if you participated, there's a montage of you guys participating in assistance, of course. However, there is 2 new people that you both meet who arrive to the table of tonight. One of those people is your cousin, which I will share a photo of them now. Let me grab that. It looks to be here. But it's in the pictures or NPCs.
Oh.
Roughly your age as a cousin. And an additional person joins as well. Let's grab their picture.
Nice way.
How crazy would that be? Plot twist.
Ew.
Feel it.
He's a good guy now, guys. Don't worry.
That's what
He's
they
gonna
all
come in
want.
his furry suit, dressed up as a lion.
It's like Vegeta now.
No.
What happened?
Nothing.
This individual who you now
I'm
have
waiting.
a
I'm
name
waiting. I'm
for.
waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
You can't smash any of them. They're your family, but I can.
I know I can't smash any of them. I just have to be like, you look. Oh, you look very nice.
You look. We're distant cousins, right?
Oh, we're related,
will.
right?
Funny. But no, as they walk
I'm
in,
scared.
as they walk in, the 2 of them, you do see like one is being kind of escorted. This is apparently like Jamie's girlfriend, and you kind of
It runs in the family. It runs in the family. Ah,
Fuck your cousin.
yes.
Someone that she has met within the hunts and huntresses. They're both huntresses of the brightest night. Lucky enough to have the last name of their grandmother and their uncle all within the same location. But her name she reveals to you, sorry, as Giazine, which is a very odd spelling, and why did I make it that odd?
Scene like limousine.
Kind of.
Win.
There.
Oh, okay. So she's just cool.
She's just here. She just like by default is by de facto is like invited as well because she's a partner of Jamie. So Jamie walks in, very like doesn't know how to interact, and you see that by short she's calling her Gia, kind of like half addressing as a nickname. And you guys make introductions. You guys are allowed to call her Gia as well. She's like smiling, kind of like giving you guys like greetings. Jamie walks up to you, and this is your first time engaging with her. She has a patch over her eye. You see that she is covered like with a cut and marking across it. And the other eye, as explained to you, Idris, very resemblant of yours. That same like color. That Bayar describes, the same eyes, and you guys kind of stare at one another. Different like complexions and hair, of course, but you can see it in the eyes.
But really, do you share the same eyes?
She just smiles and just looks you up and down. She like kind of like looks at you in shock and doesn't believe it for a moment. She goes in to hug you, just like as a small like hug. Nothing like, she's not giving you the biggest embrace. She's just kind of giving you like the, I don't know if this is like awkward or not.
I don't know you. I don't really know you
I'm
yet.
going to hug you
it
because I just met you here, but I know you're my family, so I should hug you.
Yeah, it just like returns the hug, and it's like, kind of like the same awkward, but it just is like, all right, cousin. Yeah,
Gia,
cousin
like,
hug.
coughs. and Jamie like kind of like looks back to you and says, right, well, it's nice to meet you, and this is Gia. And you see Gia waves like, pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you.
And she kind of looks at all the group and nods and says, I was not expecting so much company. And Jamie says, well, it's how it goes, you know, just gotta do your thing. Looking around the group, you guys share some dinner, and you guys like kind of talk and mingle with one another. Can I get a group charisma check?
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Oh yeah, you want this from me.
-1. Let's go.
Let's see if you give
Oh,
bad,
yeah,
bad
16.
family
I'm
gathering vibes.
So afraid.
Are you invited to
I'm
the
afraid.
cookout?
Oh.
14? That's actually a high roll.
Twenty.
I'm gonna use that inspiration I just got for this. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I can't be this awkward at
Just
my
the
dinner.
20.
16.
Okay.
8. Oh my god, I love it.
Makes sense for Velu. I think it's everybody. Yes? Yes, it is. Okay. Passing charisma scores so far. I mean, the only outliers, of course, being like just Velu. But Velu's outlying is kind of like overshadowed by the communication of Idris into their family. Velu has a lot to think about beyond this dinner. And maybe he's like contemplating in his mind what he's going to be doing for this fight approaching at the night. But you do know with Gia and Jamie being here at this table, the Huntresses have returned. There is maybe mere minutes of like 30 or so minutes before you're expected to, you know, like be around. But you're here eating food, like it's not like that big of a deal, but you do expect to make some time to do this event that you've agreed to. You're maintaining that position, but you have about like 30 minutes before that begins. Not in real lifetime, but as this food and camaraderie is passed between, maybe your focus is set on that. The rest of you, however, get along great. Ymir, you connect with like large families, of course, and you understand like how long roots can go, and you actually share a connection to the grandmother of Idris a little bit, the way you kind of felt towards your own grandparents. You can definitely tell that little bit of age catching up and a little bit of lost time. I don't know if it makes Ymir feel a bit sentimental or not to the idea of like what they had in the past, but you can feel that same bond. a reconnection, if you will.
Tell me another story. It reminds me of my papa.
And just
Oh.
sharing lovely stories with you. Mostly about her huntress times, which is, almost like stories of adventures of your grandfather, which is lovely. And you see that people who aren't paying attention get the stories of Bayar, who talks about his own upcoming and arrival of being a man of the house, and his pursuant of, eventually a wife, and how he has not yet been so lucky. He had a wife before, but not to the success of a hunt that had taken her. A very traumatic story that Jamie does not seem to enjoy the telling of.
No, I'm so sorry.
He puts a hand in the air, just like, it is an honorable way. We cannot deny this. And Jamie kind of like rolls the eyes at the table, and you see Gia kind of like grabbing their shoulder and trying to like support them. Kind of like shrugging it off. It's like, it is whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you see like Gia's like just like breathing out, like looking and smiling. But Gia kind of looks over at you, Father Cruz, this girlfriend of like Jamie, so like someone who's literally irrelevant to you, and just kind of like is staring at you and kind of like looking at you in a way that's like unrecognizable. Would you like to make an insight check?
Then yeah, the fuck's she looking at me for? Is it because I'm so hot? You said insight?
Yeah.
That will be a natural 20.
You think she's checking you out?
Cruz will just kind of like stiffen up in his seat and like clear his throat and be like, I'm sure that your wife is still with you as we speak.
You kind of like, as you turn your attention, like the chin light line for like Father Cruz like reveals itself, like the full jowl and neck vein twists as you turn your head, and you see that Gia kind of blinks for a second looking at Jamie, and then just kind of like looking away for a second, just as like a blush. Jamie does not notice this. There's a little bit of attention driven at the table as to Idris. You see Bayar stands at the table and puts a drink up into the air. To Idris, a return home. And what a pleasure it is to have you here, to reunite this family from the bonds that we have lost. Maybe one day, my sister, your mother, we can reunite this clan, this pride, this bond, and you can be the symbol of that. To Idris, with the golden skies.
To Idris.
Idris.
Karn walks out of the
Idris.
corner to Idris.
Idris, like, she kind of blossoms at the attention, and she lifts her own cup, and she just kind of smiles, and she goes, we will all move forward to the future together.
Well said, my niece. Just drinks to that. Your grandmother smiles. Oh, I wish I would see Sorcha again. And she kind of like looks down, kind of stopping break of your talk, Ymir. You see she kind of looks down in upsetness, not seeing her daughter.
Ymir
It
rubs
just,
her
like-
back,
It
feeling
just,
like
glances
family.
over. She has the urge to send to her mother.
Yeah, she just looks up and looks around the table. She's happy. You can see that there's happiness in her face. Her eyes, still that cataract, those like eyes glossed over of like just age. But you can definitely tell like it's a bit whole right now. But yeah, as the time passes, Mimosa, you dig into a bunch of this food. Carnelia, and you've taken 7 different plates of this boar presented, like fat rendered, like Hawaiian style. Like this, like sweet tang of like juicy fats that just kind of pour off of the bone of ribs. It's
Carnelian, you
Very
have to
good.
try this.
Okay.
he has like a bulging belly up in the corner, plate stacked.
Oh, please don't mind them. They have very hearty appetites.
I can tell. Adventurers do. you kind of like stare. You see Bear stares, kind of asking a little bit, inciting about the Runiseers a little bit, which you guys have briefly mentioned. But he asks, "What's next on your journey?"
Mm, Well, that's a good question. And she kind of like looks to everybody. I know my main goal was to find all of you and to gain some insight on where everybody is and such. And here you all are. The most afterwards I'm curious of is locating potentially my father's, but she kind of eyes her uncle. I think you did mention that you spoke to them.
He nods. He says, "I can get you a contact for Roy's connections. I will say, however, your run towards that may be not as..." He kind of like looks at you, inviting.
Is it more so in vain?
No. You see, Roy has a very different story than your mother. According to what we have been told, Roy is an outcast. Someone who had left his pride. Guardians do not leave their prides. It is it's a bit of a omen. Or not even this, just... it's not respectful. It's an abandonment.
It just like she almost like coughs, and she can only picture her like silly dad who spends his time whittling at his workshop, and she just kind of like scratches her chin.
We do not know why he was outcast. We tried reaching out, but they had the respect to not drown his name in vain. They did not hold them in a respect, however, to share their lineage.
I see.
He kind of like puts a hand out for it, like, you know, his hands are kind of like shrugged a bit. He says, "I do not know much about this Ray. I still do not know the name."
You may call him Ray.
He just looks and just like says, "Hopefully my sister is happy with her choices. That is all that matters to me."
Now the question of is their marriage happy pops into Idris's mind, and she just like tilts her head a little bit. It's not. She doesn't show it on her face, but it's more like a, oh god, two outcasts with each other, and no wonder the societal pressures. And then she like looks back to her uncle. I'm sure they wouldn't want to see me anyway. I'm just a byproduct.
I was fortunate enough to be Laurent's godfather at the time when he was in the safari, as a young cub, but never more than this.
Oh, he's the sweetest boy. He's older, but
Had
quite the smart one.
still has that tear of the mane, the brownish mane. He kind of like is pulling his own mane to the side, you know, like the same color of him a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he's like kind of like trying to see if like he still looks a little bit like Bayor in some way. But, you know, he's like smiling at the idea. Layla, time is ticking and your plate is empty and you know you can't eat another bite. You know what's approaching.
Yay!
What do you do?
Do I know where to go?
Yeah, you would just leave and you would arrive to a location. It wouldn't be too hard. It's not a big area.
Bye, Velu.
Malu will get up from his chair and kind of like give a bow to like everyone.
You see Bayor and the grandmother like stand up as well. Say, "Is everything all right?"
Yes, I have to go duel someone.
Duel?
Yes.
Bayor like kind of gasps, like, "Duel?
Yes.
Who have you challenged?"
You're dueling.
Duel.
Yes. Duel. Yes. I'm not. I'm not challenged. They challenged me. So
Oh, who?
Should we
You-
watch?
No.
Yoshiro?
Bayar puts his finger to his nose and just like points at you. You did not.
Is it like illegal?
No, it's not illegal, but it is a very important jest of like confidence. A challenge is very important in the prides. It determines rank. He kind of looks at
Challenging
you.
a pride member?
He kind of like
It just like
looks at you.
side eyes Layla, and it's just like giving like the stare of, what did you do?
It wasn't me. I got challenged.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because they saw my sword skills and they were like, I want to challenge you. And I was like, okay, sure.
Ymir nudges Mimosa sitting next to Mimosa, is like, he like whispers, this is literally like how you're like an intermediate mage. If they're getting like a rank, you get like a rank. Makes sense to me.
Honestly, you're so right.
Yeah.
This is really good for Layla.
We need more ranks in the group, honestly.
We need more prioritization. We need a ranking system.
So I have to go now.
Well, we could
So I
we
will-
could go.
with
We could
you?
all go. Bayer,
No, I would
Sure.
love to see this.
Oh,
Layla.
let's go, please. This will be so much fun.
I'm not letting him go alone.
Jamie
Food with
stares
me.
at you, the cousin of Idris, kind of like been like chit chatting with Gia a bit, and then looks at you as you mentioned like the duel, and they kind of look at you. Who are you challenging?
I don't remember his name, but
Yashiro.
yeah.
Now you see Yoshiro, she like kind of blinks, and she kind of like looks at you like kind of like grinning a bit and crosses her arms. You see like she turns her eye to you, and kind of like looks you up and down. You?
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, she's very skilled. Very.
You don't think a woman can hold a sword?
She like stares at you, and you see literally daggers hanging from her. Women mainly
And-
hold the swords in these places.
She is the sword.
Hmm.
But it is no disrespect. Yoshiro is well known for his blade arts.
Yes.
Be careful. And she kinda
Well,
looks-
our friend is well known for their blade art and magic. So, boom to
Yes.
a word
Yes.
a word of advice to you then. Yoshiro has many tricks. He doesn't kind of like looks in the sky. I don't know if I should tell you. It would be a surprise. And Jamie kind of smiles. Would you like to play a game?
Right now?
She kind of takes out a dice, a 6-sided dice. She holds it.
As long as it's quick, sure.
I like
Let's
to
play a
bet.
game.
So, what I think is this, and she rolls the dice, and it spins on the table. If this dice lands on an even number, I'll tell you a little secret about Shiro. But if it lands on an odd number, I'm gonna still tell you something, but it may not help you. It may make you scared. And you see
Okay.
the dice start spinning. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I'm gonna roll a d6. You looking
This
for
ain't a game.
You want an even number.
Okay.
3. And as it lands on 3, she kind of looks up at you and she says, well, it's a good thing you got magic. Because he is a little weak to it. However, if you let him get his footing, you may stand there for the rest of your days and not even be able to move. Don't let him hit you. Dodge.
Okay.
If he lands a strike, you're... She smiles. You'll see. And you see, they kind of look at Gia. Gia kind of like looks and just kind of looks nervous, but looks at the rest of you all. Looks again at Father Cruz with a weird glint that you guys don't know what that means. It is a weird like bar of like energy there. You're not sure what's happening.
Just kind of like awkwardly smiles at her, like, oh, yeah.
Eyes dart down, eyes dart up, eyes look back. You know, it's very quick. And a snap cut. You guys are now
I
within.
cast mage armor on myself.
That's fine. You can prepare yourself in any way you see fit.
Okay.
You cast mage armor. You walk around. In
Can
your
I
form.
inspire Velu?
If you want to give him inspiration, you may. It lasts for I think an hour. So.
I give inspiration.
Yay!
You
Mwah.
have one
To be
d8.
clear, you still don't want help,
D12,
right?
right? Oh. Wait, what?
Is it d12 day
It's a
To be
D8.
clear,
Okay, I got the D8.
Cool.
What did you say, Ymir?
you still don't want help, right?
I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with the battle, no. But if it's like,
Oh, like things before count?
yeah.
Mir will walk over, put his hand on your shoulder, give you a cool smirk as you feel enlightened and faster, casting enhance ability, dexterity.
Thanks. Thanks, Idris. Thanks, Ymir.
Mimosa
You
will
got
just
this.
roughly pat Layla on the back. You got
Idris
this.
is like, she's holding her lyre in excitement, and she's just like kind of bouncing up and down.
Thanks, Mimosa. We'll get a drink after this.
You
Hopefully.
hear
Oh, yeah.
you hear drums. Boom, 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 boom,
Oh
boom,
God.
boom, 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 boom,
Fuck.
boom. And stepping out, Shiro is in this like cover of like a cloak that covers over him like a blue. And you see he takes it off. He is fully bare chested. He wears no like armament among his chest. He has paints going across his chest, his abdomen, going up to his neck, creating circles around his like throat. And you see that the red marks go up to his eyes and cross over once again, creating like these slashes. Think Chozo from JJK, like the way it's like crossing across his face. And moving into like a scene, you see that drums do like they're playing. You guys are kind of standing on the outskirts a little bit. You guys would be approximately it's a 60-foot circle. So there's a 60-foot radius. So from the center of the circle is 60 feet, and you guys are watching Layla step into this ring, approaching the 60 feet. And you see, as Layla, you step in, you see on the opposite side, who has not stepped in yet, Yoshiro, who is currently like looking at, he has two swords on his hip. He has your sword and he has his sword. And you see that he hands Micah this like Yanti. Some of you seeing these people for the first time. This other scabbard of white like patterns and intricate design. You can see that little tiny beam of glow from the harness, and they just hold it. You see that Yoshiro takes his like clawed foot and steps outward barefoot, only wearing just the pants to his knees and ankles, the brown like jagged like track pants, basically. These like cargoed like poofy wear pants, and his swords, and that's all he wears on him. Two swords.
Bro.
And what he wears.
If I knew he was gonna dress up like that, I would have made Layla go find a fucking thing. Like,
It's
what is wrong with you?
You are just in your common clothes as you approach. With mage
I
armor,
would've been like-
you can describe your mage armor if you want it to look a certain way.
Okay. I guess the mage armor would probably be you let me know if I can do this, Jacob.
Okay. Flavors.
It would probably just cover up, not cover up, but like kind of like add kind of like a unveil like Layla's body in like a blue/black dress. Not too long. I think it's like what's it called? A midi? No, not a midi. What's between midi and maxi? Just a dress, not too long though.
A betweenie.
Probably a betweenie, I guess. And then like probably like a just a rabbit symbol somewhere on like the bottom part of the dress, symbolizing the house of Hastings. Just really small though.
Barely
And
noticeable. Nice touch.
barely noticeable. And then she would take out her swords, her twin swords, and prepare for battle.
You see that they hold the Vorpal sword in one hand, and they hold your own blade that you had wielded outwards. They unsheath it. Shing. They hold it into the sky. They flourish it, and they stab it into the ground. And as it's like pushed into the ground, you see the other hand, like you see the hand now free, reaches for the other long scabbard katana on the side, and slowly, as like sparks fly from like the scabbard hilt, pulls the katana free, and you see like almost like a spark of flame from the katana itself. And he holds it in a way where both of his hands grasp it and holds it to his like right shoulder, and the blade goes across his face, like perfectly like aligned with the floor and across and curving around him. And he then holds it there in a position, and then he addresses you and points the katana towards you. Layla, do you accept this challenge? You, the rights of my claim of my property, and me, the renown. Are you ready?
Layla will put her left arm outwards, holding one of the swords, and put her right arm right in front of her, kind of like having her face, not like having her face, but like straight sword, and point it out at him. I accept your challenge.
Okay. Please roll initiative for me. The rest of you who
Yeah,
are
we're fucked.
outside of this initiative, if you wish to interact mid-combat, you will have one opportunity to do so as a player. You can choose your time to interact if you wish to assist with, like, you know, a confidence boost, a rally, a chant, some way to like get the crowd going. Any means. If you want to do it magically, there may be a chance that you interrupt the fight. So be careful on how you choose. All right. For an initiative. You're not going to be going first. I will let you know.
Obviously.
As the swords are drawn, you see Yoshiro notices your defensive stance, taking the back foot, wielding the new swords that you have just donned. He is familiar with these swords. With a step of the wind, he moves in, poof, jumps from one position to the next, and he's already next to you on your side. You feel the sheath of the katana almost like hitting you to like your right side as you dodge out of the way of like a dangerous quick strike. Flames hitting the ground, boof, immediately. Cinematically, ting, 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 ting. You're like blocking with your dual swords. You're holding them like an X to block one. You're putting it to your side and flipping it over to block another. You guys are mid like watching, you seeing like the defensive clash right now between the two as Yoshiro is releasing an onslaught of attacks with his katana. You're going to attempt to take 3 strikes. The first one to hit you is an 18. The second one a 22. And the third is a 12. So the third one misses.
One does miss.
Yes. So 2 strikes to you. You take 7 slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. If only it was my fucking turn first. Constitution saving throw. 18.
18, success. As the fire flickers from the blade, you notice that the flames catch on to you. You do not take any of that fiery damage, but something else with fingers as an effect. As the katana strikes, it goes to like hit the behind of your leg and slashes behind your thigh. You drop to a knee, but quickly you recover, holding your own swords up to block another attack, but it's too quick as another strike comes in, dealing 4 slashing damage and another Constitution saving throw.
4 slashing damage and another Constitution saving throw. Okay. Three.
Okay. You do have your interest from Idris, but right now, for any of you outside, you see like the failures of Layla / Velu.
I throw my heroic inspiration.
Okay. What does Ymir's inspiration look like in this desperation moment?
Hey, use your shield!
I actually don't have my shield.
Oh my god!
But you get it. But in that snap of decision, go ahead and re-roll that Constitution save.
That's the one spell I don't have. It's in my spell book, it's not active.
Oh man,
4.
it's a little bit better, but it's more of a distraction, unfortunately, than it is because you hear Ymir, a voice of your familiarity, and you're like, a shield, and you go to panic to look for the shield. As the strike comes in clean, dealing the 4 damage, you are stunned. As a stunning strike has hit you. As the 2 weapon attacks strike, and the last one stunning you, dropping you to a knee, you can't move. Your mouth opens agape, Velu. You sanguine fluid kind of drops like spit, but it's a little bit trickled with blood. You see, with the 2 strikes, he immediately goes to kick and makes an unarmed strike against you as well. With you being stunned, that is a 26 to hit. That's only going to deal 5 bludgeoning damage. Go ahead.
You see a magical sword come in before the Arnhem strike hits Velu. Velu's using Song of Defense
Okay, awesome.
to block the hits
Yeah.
from the unarmed strike. So he's gonna spend the first level spell slot.
Yeah, and as a foot comes in, basically to kick you over from your stun to embarrass you, spectrally or maybe even fey-like from the ground, emerging a sword, ping, hits and blocks his foot from his attack, and he rears it back. The katana is still at his side. He holds it in a powerful stance to strike again, but he cannot. He ends his turn. He is right next to you within 5 feet. You are stunned. You can move though. You just cannot take any actions, bonus actions.
I can move. That's the only thing I can do.
That's the only thing you can do. You can only move.
Really?
Yes, stunned sucks.
I can't do anything.
You are stunned. You have a stunned condition.
Fuck.
Do you have anything to remove the stun condition on your turn?
No.
No, you are stunned. You are until his next turn, which will be coming shortly.
Oh my god, this is really bad. Fuck me. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna move away from him.
Okay.
As far away.
He'll take an opportunity attack. It is a claw strike. You see he releases one of his hands from the katana and strikes you with one of his bare claws. But with you being stunned, he's going to have advantage on hit. He does strike you, dealing only 4 slashing damage. As you are able to step away, you move to a new position. Are you trying to get towards the edge of the crowd, or are you trying to get towards the center? Right now,
I'm just trying to
right
get
now you're kind of
far
already
away.
at the edge. What's your max movement?
30 feet.
You move 30 feet to the opposite side, kind of polar opposite where your friends are. Your friends may migrate and follow you, or even the people who are familiar with you will follow. You move 30 feet away to the opposite side. You see he kind of looks behind, his claw raked with blood from you, and he kind of holds it up in the sky, draws it across his blade once more, and grabs it with both of his hands, and he prepares to dash at you. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I can't do anything.
Any words?
So no.
Anything you want to pass out? I know you're in focus. Is there anything you say? Anything you your mannerisms?
I guess Layla would say, that was a good hit.
As you say that,
It's-
he kind of snarls. His turn. He speaks to you. To let me strike was weak. You are too defensive. Show me your strength, Layla. and he just runs toward you. Another 2 katana slashes coming your way. You see that these ones look to carry with them a big brutish weight to them. This would potentially cut through your armor if it were to strike true. You are no longer stunned, which is good. So you're not taking advantage strikes or anything like that. So, wow, both miss. I rolled very low for both rolls. The
Yay.
2 katana strikes. The first one comes in as you regain your stun. What does it look like as both like the spectral sword and your 2 swords that you hold block the attack?
He probably Layla probably wouldn't be using his swords. Layla would probably just quickly dodge out the way, move.
Barely using the new swords you have, you cannot rely on them to fight this individual. You must rely on your own speed, which you may have the upper advantage in. Dodging left, dodging right. You duck, weave, a bunch of strikes coming your way, and as he slashes you like trying to hit bamboo, you manage to slide underneath, like a quick slide underneath Yoshiro, and you manage to kick off of him. And you have like kind of like built behind him. Will not be mocked. And he slashes out with his claw once again, another unarmed strike to hit you. Misses again. Wow. Yeah, he rolls super low this turn. His claw dashes out to hit you at the shoulder, but you turn the shoulder and he kind of wobbles a bit in his aggression. It's your turn. And he stands there open.
Okay. Bonus action, Blade Song immediately. With the twin swords, do I have stats or do I use?
It's your same. You can use the same roll to hits. There's no bonuses, so it's your dexterity and proficiency.
Okay.
But your magic for spell casting for the charge is your own. So.
Okay. I am going to hit him with. Actually, 1 second. I bonus action Blade Song. Fuck you in the fucking ass. How far is he? He's within my range, right?
He is. He is within 5 feet of you.
Interesting. I could do so much things, but I don't know what to do.
You must act quickly, or else I'm gonna skip your turn.
You're funny.
I'm not.
I'm going to. Fuck you. I am going to. I guess I'm going to Thunderstep.
Good choice. It's a saving throw.
Yes, he has to make a con saving throw.
I'm gonna roll it live. 15 to save.
He fails.
He fails?
1 second, because I am going to cast it at 4th level. Oops. That's not my thunder. Wow. 4d10. He takes 17 thunder damage, and I teleport as far away as I can.
Opposite side of the ring, you know. You're 60 feet away from him now.
Yep.
As he rushes to try to regain his balance as his claw strike hits from above you, thunder. As the step opens, that rift type of magic that you have within your own arsenal. This step between the planes. Below him, the thunder and feeling between you becomes shaking to the ground, and you see that it stabs and pierces him with jolts that rattle him. You move to a new position far away, and he's just recovered. He's holding his hand to his face, the katana to his side, unable to react even in your teleportation away, taking the full effect of your damage.
Also, the thunder the as soon as the thunder stuff goes off, a big thunder goes up to like 300
Yeah,
feet. So like everyone in the
large
crowd.
sound. Yeah, everybody in the crowd just like shakes or ducks their head as like this moment happens. You land like 3-point landing with your next position, and now you are in your blade song, your new adorned outfit, and you are fully present in this fight. And he smiles as he regains himself. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I don't think I can do anything else. Oh no.
He smiles, his teeth maw out, wiping blood from his lip, and his own like paint of face kind of like starting to sweat. You can see his perspiration from the fur melding into his fur. Yes, that is strength. Show me. And you see he grabs the katana, and he throws it at you from 60 feet away. It comes at a rapid like spin at you. And you see he's also like pulling from the ground from before your Vorpal blade, equipping your Vorpal blade and throwing the katana at you as like an opener, like to get in and close. He's going to use a step of the wind to get up to you, but that would be his bonus action. So he won't have the additional strikes like he usually does. But he gets to your position. The katana is going to be a disadvantage roll to hit you because it's a thrown weapon, it's improvised. It rolls a 17.
It misses.
Deflect. Ping! The katana flies onto the ground right in front of a crowd member. Someone sees the katana on the ground laying there. A child like goes to touch it, and like Mimosa, you see like a small Leonin child about to grab a katana in the middle of a fight.
Mimosa snatches it up and like, just
Ah,
kinda
man!
tosses it back in the way.
Oh,
That is not yours.
You see Micah quickly slithers over, grabs onto it, and they're like, sorry. Just like slither away. He doesn't like seem to return it back to the fight, however. Closing the distance to you, 2 strikes from the Vorpal sword. It appears that he has attempted to attune to this weapon prior to the fight, but has not been able to do so. So he is not using the full benefits of this weapon. The first strike deals a... not dealing, sorry. 22. And another
That hits.
22.
Oh my god.
Okay. Doesn't do the additional damage from the Vorpal sword. He doesn't have a tune, so he's using it like as a regular weapon right now, just as a monk weapon.
Yeah.
And he's going to action surge. And he's going to slash at you 2 more times.
What is wrong with him?
1 misses. That 1 successes with I rolled a 19 on the die, but that was high 28.
What?
high proficiency, high dexterity.
Okay.
Yes. Moving towards 3 strikes. The first one dealing 7 slashing damage. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Yes, sir. That's the wrong chat. That's also the wrong chat. Constitution saving throw. It is +5. 19.
You save. Second strike. 8 slashing damage. Another Constitution saving throw. This is the last Constitution saving throw you're going to make for Stunning Strike, because he has used all
What
of
is
his
the-
points.
What was the first damage by the way? 7?
7. This is 8.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
14. That
I'm
fails.
using my heroic inspiration.
Oh
Okay.
wait, hold on. Can I use recovery instead?
How do you
Oh.
use it?
It's a reaction. So when a creature you see fails a saving throw, as as Layla is like, stunning strike, and just like, don't make me look like an idiot in my hometown.
Okay. Layla, you can use your heroic inspiration if you want to, but you do see Idris is offering a way for you to like be inspired in a way. I will say for you, Idris, do you want this to be noticed amongst the crowd?
Oh, that she's saying this or that she's casting this?
That she's casting this. Are you trying to hide your spell casting?
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, okay. 18.
Basically invisible. No one would see the difference. And Velu, you would know that a spell would save this moment. You can be affected by it if you choose.
Yes.
Okay. It is 1d4 to add to your roll.
1d4?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then you can choose to add more. A 16
16.
does save, though.
Hello, by the way.
Velu is not within your range of Paladin Aura unless you're like making efforts to like be near him on the edge.
I mean, yeah, I would be like
Wait,
He's
near him. I'm like, yours if you get the plus.
He's teleported from one side to the other and
Listen.
moved around. Like they're like clashing over and over again towards the center.
I
and
counterspell?
outwards. Are you going to counterspell Idris?
he
Why
said
are you
we gotta believe in
counterspelling?
him. You told us to believe in you.
I know. I'm saying that Velu. This is like also tested. Like Velu, it's all this that you don't have to accept, not accept. But if Ymir, if you want to counterspell it, it is a cantrip. You can counterspell it, but you have to make a
Might-
perception check.
It's a counter. It's a spell. Stunning strike is a spell.
No.
No.
This is for
That was-
the recovery cantrip that Idris is using. Ymir's trying to
But, like,
stop
which-
it. I'll allow you to make a
I-
perception check to see if you see Idris.
Sorry,
doing
am I
this.
tripping though? But he did say to believe in him. I'm gonna.
I know.
believe
No,
in
you're
him.
right. You're
No,
right.
I'm
It's
kinda
okay.
on
This
his
is
side.
this
Okay.
is
Counterspell. What the hell?
It's okay. We'll
People are
find out.
making me
We'll see.
pissed. You're
If you actually
counterspelling my
counterspell-
cantrip?
But how far is Velu? Could he get my +4?
No,
He
right
literally
now,
told
no.
us to believe in. I also rolled a. I rolled a 18.
Okay.
Plus.
Yeah, you would see Idris like playing on their musical instrument, trying to like focus on Velu. You would see a spell being about to be cast.
Yeah, I would look over to Idris and I would say, he told us to believe in him and nothing to interfere with the fight.
You've already chosen to cast your spell, Idris. Ymir, you would have to counterspell this in order for it to stop.
Swear to God, if you fucking counterspell.
How are you gonna say one thing and then tell us not to do
You're
it?
Hey,
giving me
hey,
shit if we're helping
Hey,
you
look,
cheat.
remember.
I
this is-
counterspell it.
Okay, you counterspell it. That's fine. And you're back to 14. However, Father Cruz, like I mentioned before in the beginning of this fight, if you want to jump in at any time and add that assistance, this could be that moment to add that +4.
No, I would just kind of like make a motion to Velu that like if he really needs it, like
To approach you.
he could come to me. But I want to save my action to spare the dying him.
Is the group chat up?
The group chat
Yeah.
would be up, yes.
Thank you.
You guys have background chat. You guys got it? The Velu, there's a lot of feelings you feel in a moment because you can dart in like,
Wow.
your eyes. You do
You
have
sold.
you do have Idris's inspiration. They're 1d8 still, if you want to use this.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Okay, that's different. Non-magical, just bardic.
God forbid a
inspiration.
motherfucker listen to your word.
God forbid a motherfucker wants to win.
Go ahead
You
and roll
said,
your 1d8.
but you dead ass said it, bro. I asked you twice.
8.
8.
Yeah, you definitely succeed that second one. This is more of a resolve of this is kind of funny. I think the vision for Velu is like there's like a brief of despair of like you see this person wailing on you with a second strike and another one coming in after with an action surge. And your desperation to like not get hit, you turn to your group and you see Idris about to cast a spell and you're like, oh, I'm saved. And then you see Ymir counterspell it and you're like, oh fuck, he's counterspelling it. I actually have to do my job. And then you turn around and it's like, oh wait, I'm inspired. And you just like, you feel this surge of like music within your mind almost, as if it were like your fencing duels back in your past with Nathaniel, and you parry the attack. It's almost innate to you, and you feel like almost your muscles take over as like in a flourish of your own blade. You manage to like throw him off kilter with his with your weapon, because it is the Vorpal sword that you had once owned. So you managed to successfully like not take that like that strike, you still take the 8 damage from it, but you don't take the stun. And it's like a moment of like you take the slash, but you push it away before it does anything vital. There is a final attack coming to you. There will not be a con save. He has run out of key points. He has used them all. So this one is just a roll to hit. A 21 to hit. And only 5 slashing damage.
Song of Defense. Another sword comes in and blocks that attack.
Your reaction pops. Poof. And as the reaction kind of blocks the attack, how is Velu looking right now, like health-wise?
Really? I am half.
Okay.
That I'm low.
You see that Yoshiro is looking like bloodied, like half of his health. You guys are fighting a good fight. That Thunderstep did him in a lot. It is now your turn. You are within 5 feet. You are at the edge of the circle. Your allies nearby. You may do what you please.
Okay. Let's see. Do as I please. Okay. Velu is going to make a sword attack against them.
All right, roll ahead. The first strike with your sword.
Also, how do I use the lightning bolt?
It's a charge. It's an action.
It's an action?
When you have both of your blades drawn, you can use an action to cast a 4th level lightning bolt.
Okay.
A natural
Oh my god.
one.
I'm using heroic inspiration. I'm using my heroic inspiration. I'm using my own heroic inspiration because I haven't used it because I'm cool like that. I'm better than. Oh my god.
The sword swing, you see he, even in like the counter from what you have, you see he uses his own elbow to like pop up the blade a little bit to like dodge the strike, and he ducks underneath it. You can slash again if you wish, or you can make a cantrip, whatever you should do.
I'm going to point one of my swords at him, and the sword is going to glow like a green black aura magic. And I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on him.
Toll of the Dead. It's a saving throw.
Hopefully fucking works.
It's not Constitution, right? I feel like I made this.
Nope, it's Wisdom.
Every time
It's
I've done
Wisdom.
it. His Wisdom is pretty high as well. It's one of his mini saves.
Please. Please. Please.
A 13.
It fails. Yes.
Bong.
Okay. He takes. Oh my god.
Necrotic.
Holy shit. 5 necrotic damage.
As you like hit him with another magical like onslaught, you see he like shakes his head and grabs onto it. You see the nose bleed, the ears start to drip this like, fluid as well, as like his eyes start to like pulsate outwards. He rears his head. Anything else you should do?
I'm going to Bay touch Misty step away.
Good.
Okay.
Your bonus action moves another 30 feet as you make a pursuant, making him chase you. You see his exhaustion of like the fight as reared on him as he's taken some damages. This next attack does not enough to like knock him like any type of way lower, but he seems entangled with the chase that you put on. Again, all of you guys on the outskirts, Carnelian, Idris, Father Cruz, Mimosa, Ymir, ting, 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 blade fight. They're doing like counters. You see magic flying in the air. Some people haven't seen magic like this before. This is brand new. For some of you, this is the first time you've seen Velu like fight sword to sword, one-on-one with somebody, and they're holding their own against this large Leonin figure. Some of you are on the edge of your seats. Some of you are full trusting, whatever you may feel in your minds. Whatever it may be, hopefully in the end, it is a result of a success. Layla, as you're blocking attacks and onslaughts, you hear muttering from the jowl of Yoshiro. words of like Leonin, like a muttering, and then they turn into common and phrase. Truly, you are a skilled warrior, but I must end this now. Reclaim me my honor. And he slams like the Vorpal sword into both of your dual swords, and he's trying to like break through you, just like to overpower you. He's trying to shove you with an attack. So you see he's going to attempt to basically knock you prone. It is a roll to hit with his strength. I'm gonna roll this live. His strength's not super high. It's a +3 for this. An 8. He tries to shove you and overpower you, but you resist, kind of like clashing with him, pushing against one another. And he's like, it's like the sparks are flying from the Vorpal sword. You're holding the two swords in a cross, holding him like bound, and he tries to push you once again towards the ground. He's trying to get you like off of your footing, prevent you from moving. He's gonna try one more time.
Oh my god.
A 15. Still unable to move you. He manages to like free you from the push and get behind you. Bonus action, he's going to just unarmed strike you and just claw attack you from behind, trying to hit you. I'm gonna roll this live as well. A 19 to hit.
It misses.
A misses. A strike again, as you can see he's like reaching out like kind of aggressively, not in like a rage or anything like that, but he's just, his teeth are bared and he's getting frustrated. You're making this fight almost an embarrassment to him as he's not hit you within the last 12 seconds, and you're making him chase you, and he feels this cat and mouse game. He's just within your range, and he roars. He just like a tiger like roar into the crowd. This big like display of his anger, as he's like losing a little bit of his passion is showing. And I don't know if that gets Layla scared or gets him more into the fight, but it is now your turn.
Assuming that when he missed his attack, Bella would use the two swords and kind of hold the swords as like an X, trying to like block his attack, and still holding that position. He's going to use the movement, like since Velu's holding the swords and an X, he's going to push against the other sword, like forward against, I forgot what his name was. I can't say it. Yoshiro's sword, push against his sword and use lightning bolt and use the movement of the swords to cast it from there.
Hell yeah, that's epic. You angle the lightning bolt kind of upwards so that way it doesn't like directly hit the crowd in a 100-foot line. So literally a lightning bolt is like point blanking at his face almost upwards.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Yes. I'm using the charge from the sword, by the way.
Yes, it is a 4th level that you're casting that at.
Yes.
Dex save. It's going to be a +6 as well.
Please.
A natural 1.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Time slows down for you. Like in your face step of like teleportation and all the attacks onslaughting, there's a moment where everything is in pause for you, and you are in the perfect scenario. You see his eyes slowly turning down to look at you as he has aggressively overswung his claw, and your blades have prepared themselves and charged with electricity. Roll your damage.
27.
Zap. Yoshiro, in front of you, a bolt of lightning sends out. Describe to me how you end this fight.
I'm not killing. I promise I'm not killing.
Tell me how you end the fight. It's up to you.
I guess with the movement he was describing before, the lightning bolt would kind of be casted towards his like chest area at an angle, obviously not to hit the people like behind, and kind of like he'll use the sword's momentum to like slash at him too, but not really. Hopefully knocking him prone and onto the ground, and he'll look at him with the swords and kind of point the swords to his neck and look at him. This is over.
His hands on the
won.
ground, drip of blood. You've crossed his chest. A permanent scar remains on Yoshiro, an X across his pectorals, as you've slashed the blades as a reminder of this battle. The bolt of lightning also surging as a red mark between that X on his chest. As you see, he is sizzling with electrical as his fur singed and burned away at the immense damage that you have dealt. And he has dropped to his knees, the sword clinging to the Vorpal sword. He is just leaning onto it with one hand, and his other hand pressed to the ground with his claws digging into the dirt. He's not unconscious because of just the sake of the fight, because you have maintained that for him, but your sword holds at his neck as he looks up to you. What was once a large hulking Leonin is now asunder on his knees, crawled into the dirt, leaning on the Vorpal sword that you once had. And you know that sword is a strong one. He did not win by this blade, and he knew this as well. And as he digs into the dirt, he looks up at you and just nods. Well met. He claws the dirt, making his one last grip of the sand where his blood stains. And as he uses the Vorpal sword to push himself back upwards, he grabs your wrists by a quick motion, and raises one of your bladed hands upwards. The victor, Layla of the Runiseers, victorious!
Go! Mimosa picks up Idris by her hips, and he lifts her onto his shoulders as he races forward. Let's go!
Idris is in a bad mood at first, and she has her arms crossed. But as it's okay, well, this is exciting. She just starts to play a little tune as she's trying to hold on to Mimosa, so she forgets the lyre and just holds on for dear life.
A quick boop, a quick move from your lute to just being part of the revelry. Carnelian, you see people, whether or not they move in or out, you see that they were able to defeat this one moment. And I don't know if Carnelian sees this in a different way than everybody else, but is there any type of face that Carnelian expresses?
Carnelian's proud, winning the fight. Gun up in the air. He's about to shoot his gun, but he realizes he probably shouldn't do that.
That's right.
So funny though.
Yeah, and everybody cheering Ymir. You're hollering the name, screaming it out for them.
Nah, Ymir's just nodding.
Nodding.
He's smiling over there.
You're
Man.
smug. Knew he could do it. That card kind of rests in your hand, or maybe it's in your pocket. That card you drew. Maybe you've been holding onto it this whole time. And
No, Ymir tucked it away. He believed in him.
Yeah, knowing that was there, not using it probably just gives you that satisfaction. As the moment of revelry subsides, you see Micah runs up, and a healing potion kind of drops over to the hand of Yoshiro, and he just chugs one down. And you see kind of some of the scars healing, but the X across his chest and the burn singe of the lightning strike remains. You have permanently have scarred this individual, Layla.
Damn.
Damn. A reminder of this fight and this loss. And as Micah approaches, you see with the healing and potion, he kind of just tosses the glass to Micah and looks over at the backstrap he has, and he pulls the white sworded scabbard out and pulls it. He looks at it. Well met, fine warrior. He just coughs a bit.
You yourself are a fine warrior too. You had me a little bit worried there at the beginning. You got me for a bit.
You must be intense. I did not want to let you get your bearings, but yet you managed to surpass. And for this, I was not the stronger one. But you
But
remain.
Mhm.
He holds both of his hands out with a white scabbarded katana. This kind of almost like a short sword, a rapier, sized, probably more scimitar-like in its like design, within the range of those weaponries. It's somewhere in between. But
Yeah.
you know, within a divinium sword remains a very awesome weapon, capable of cutting through things beyond the scopes of magic. A very useful tool for your future, theoretically.
yes.
He offers it to you.
Well, Layla looks at it and kind of like puts her hands out to like wait for him to place it on his hands, on her hands.
It rests upon your hands and palms. You feel the intricate designs of leather on the scabbard, all like piercing you, like the leather, like stitchings and design, almost like lines of vine. The blade is yours. I do not have it to add to your inventory right now. I will discuss that with you after the session.
Okay.
And you hold a divinium blade. What would be a legendary weapon?
You know, I would be drinking alcohol if I didn't have work tomorrow. Low key, this shit.
That shit was fire, right? That shit was
Low key, I
hilarious.
had to walk around. Jacob, this is the first time you've made me like walk around. Like I was actually
sweating, bro.
posing and RPing and sweating, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's what we want to do. And as your fight subsides, Micah, the Sianti, looks over at the crowd, and Yoshiro and Micah have offered to the Runiseer. We're like kind of doing a little montage time skip at this moment, a little bit for you guys. Drinks if you have them, people if you spend time with them. But Yoshiro and Micah offer their service to your bastion.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Big.
Let's go!
They would add themselves to whichever one you desire, the perch or the
Yes!
Yellow Chapel.
Yes!
Can we split them?
You
Yes,
could,
yes,
but they
No.
would prefer to. Micah
No,
is an
you can't
apprentice
split
under
them.
Yoshiro, so
Yeah, you
they
can't
would
split
not
them.
be
You
as
can't split
affected
them.
without one another.
Should we put them in the
Uh,
training room with the?
You put them in the training area where
Yeah.
Liam is. You can put
Liam is?
them in the perch. They'll have their own. They'll build their own special facility. You guys don't have to worry about that portion. They're offering their service to your bastion.
I'm sweaty now. Oh my god.
Feel that adrenaline?
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting.
The game. This is what the game does. They offer the services. They wait for your guys' design of that for Father Cruz and Idris. You both are kind of the owners of that bastion so far, the empowered. So whatever you guys decide, of course, your party, of course, having a say. So,
what can they do?
you guys can decide that on your own. The steps kind of taken beyond this point as the night kind of continues. Whether it's not you stay for revelry, find sleep, make purchase with things. The night is great. Father Cruz, there are a few moments where this lady is still eyeing you up and down, which is Jamie's current girlfriend. And if there's some moments where she kind of brushes up against you.
I'm just gonna go up to her, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, are you okay?"
Me?
Hey,
I'm great.
I've noticed that you've been looking at me a lot. Do you need need anything? Services?
I've just never seen someone as strong as you. And she kind of like reaches out and grabs you by the kind of touches your shoulder a little bit.
Oh. The Cruz will like kind of like grab her arm where he's touching, or where she's touching, like, I appreciate it, but I am a holy man.
Oh. Is that a bad thing? And she kind of like makes an eyebrow at you. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to learn. And she kind of takes another step towards you.
you know what? You can invite your girlfriend too, and maybe you guys can learn together.
Make a persuasion check.
What, persuasion?
Yeah, you're persuading her to to go a different direction.
I'm literally doing this. 13.
She does not seem to budge. As you mention, girlfriend, she kind of like rolls her eyes a bit and stares at you. I'm more interested in learning what you have to offer me. And she's gotten about probably within like a footing distance to where her feet are like maybe an inch away from yours. And she kind of just
How tall-
whispers into your ear a little bit. She's not as tall as you, but she's a little shorter. Like maybe like an inch or two shorter than you. And she like whispers up into your ear. I hear that Furbolg are very brutish, and I'm interested to learn what you have to offer with your faith.
Like, even though she's shorter than him, Cruz is like cringing, you know, like when your head goes into your shoulders, right? And like he's like leaning away from her. Well,
She has like a toothish
She's
like mauve grin. Eyes
I'll
that
put like
are-
a hand on her shoulder and like put some distance between them. Well, thank you, but I try not to be brutish. I'm very passionate about my religion.
She takes your finger and kind of bites into her teeth. Not even for me.
You know what? I have just the thing for you. Cruz will fish out a pamphlet. He'll grab her hands together, right? Put the pamphlet in between it. And he's like, you know what? Like taking full advantage of this. Soon I'm going to have a holiday in my town. You know, it'd be great to have you there. Maybe we can learn about each other then.
With your already failed persuasion check, you can tell that the words are not rowing off of this woman, as she is enamored by your stature, your appearance, and better yet, the ruggishness appeal of whatever you have to bring to the table. You are a stud in her eyes, and she's locked. You have already failed a persuasion to move this person away.
I'm gonna get touched.
For a lot of the night, you will be pursued. And I want, if you're trying to hide from this woman, I need you to make a stealth check.
I want to like hide from her, but I want to be kind of bad at it. So
I kind of want to be
Just
bad
go-
at it.
yeah, no, it's fun. You know, I already rolled with disadvantage, so I get exactly what I want. How did I get, dude? The one time I want like a bad roll, you know what I got? 17 and a 19. Fuck.
You lose her.
It's a 16. I'm
And-
minus 1.
You lose her at the night. She's
No!
not high, she doesn't have high enough perception to find you, and there's a part of you that like kind of like is playful. I think Father Cruz about the idea, and it kind of like makes you
It's
interested.
just funny.
And you're playing the game, and it almost reminds you of a long time ago. But it's in that moment of taking it too far for yourself that she loses the sight, and she kind of ropes around to like lose you. I think it's that at this point you meet up with Idris and Mimosa, who maybe are sharing some time together, and you kind of like use them as a coax of hiding a little bit by not by intent probably, but more so like you're more interested in what they have to offer, and you've been dealing with some bullshit.
Cruz like clutching his pearls. He's just gonna run up to Idris. Idris.
Hmm?
You should make sure Jamie locks down her girlfriend.
What are you talking about?
As you say that, you see Gia like passing by Father Cruz, and you like duck behind like Idris and Mimosa at an impulse. And Idris,
Are you hiding?
Idris, you like see Gia's like, "Hey, Idris, have you seen Jamie?"
Oh, hey, Jamie. It just like sidesteps and she makes herself like bigger to hide Cruz. You know, I last saw her with my uncle over
Like,
there.
Looks over. She's like, okay.
Are you
bye."
looking for someone?
Not anymore. And she kind of like shrugs her shoulders, and she just walks off.
Okay.
Weird.
And Father Cruz, you like
Idris-
slow movement creep over the shoulder of Idris.
I've been in battles for my
good.
life, but I've never felt fear like this.
You'll get hunted here. Why do you think I have him on lockdown? And Idris is like, as she points to Mimosa, she like looks around the crowd.
Or must I be pursued by people younger than my son?
Well, I have nothing to say there.
It's younger than you, though.
Everyone's quite younger than you, so.
Grizzle just look off into the distance.
Why don't you hide? It just like looks around.
This is a good spot for him.
Okay, sure. You can stand here very awkwardly between me and your son,
Yeah.
who I am actively flirting with. This is not awkward at all.
Don't mind me.
Father Cruz, you take a couple steps back and you bump into Carnelian, who's in a corner randomly, also there, but hasn't been noticed this whole time.
Hey,
Oh.
What are you all What is happening here?
You've just been
Can you
watching us the whole time, Carnelian?
The whole time? You've been
no,
standing there.
I've just been standing here cleaning my gun.
Of course you have.
You guys just continue what you're doing. Don't worry. Chris will just pull out like a book and start reading it.
Right here. And
Melissa looks back, and he'll just take a long swig of his drink.
Idris, she's immediately just like tense and standing straight and just staring at a mimosa with a drink in her hand. And she's like, "What a lovely night this is!"
Crashed. Yeah. Velu, Ymir. I think there's a moment where you guys kind of catch each other to the side. Yoshiro has like kind of given a little bit of his attention. You guys have filled in a little bit of the Bastion. They'd like talk to him. Some of the people are congratulating you, Layla, like seeing the sword. They're asking like to see what it looks like. I don't know if you show it off or any type of way.
So, can you repeat that?
Some people are like asking like you to show off the sword if you do or not. It's up to you.
I do.
Okay, you show it off. It glows brilliantly. The unsheathed scabbard. People have never seen something like this before. A valuable item. Some people go up to Yoshiro and ask like commission of like these things or where they got them, and he's very hush about it. He says he got it from an ally. It's not actually his. He doesn't know what they're talking about. Very deceptive. But in that moment, Bella, you share an opportunity to be with Ymir. Ymir, you're kind of in the revelry as well, talking with people. You see like the happy moments, but you see Velu also now kind of like you guys are in the same proximity of one another, and I don't know if you guys share opportunity to speak.
It's just eating food and talking to random people.
Talking to random people. Damn. Bella's gonna show Ymir the swords. Look what I got. Look what I did.
No, I saw it was bestowed upon you. Good
I
job.
know. And then I got the white sword too.
Good work.
I don't know if I can use it though.
You said you'd do it though. And you did it.
I did. You see Velu seem tired. He has lost half of his HP. And Velu seems a little sluggish at the moment. So I think Velu's gonna go head off into like a tavern or something to sleep.
Everybody's out and about. There are no real taverns in this village. People are just kind of sharing drinks out and about. But if you're looking for a place to sleep, you already have found one of those places here. So if you wish to turn in for the night, you may.
Velu's gonna look at your mirror. I'm gonna head to bed because I am tired. So if you see the others, just tell them I just went to bed.
Mir just gives you a thumbs up.
And Velu goes off. To bed.
Yeah, you kind of start walking off on your own. Ymir, in your mind, Cinder speaks a little bit. What a rakish show.
It was a wonderful bout.
Your faith was unwavering.
The only thing that you have in this life, even with magic and swords, is your word. If you say you're going to do something, then you're going to do it.
And that is why I chose you, my lovely. Unyielding resolve. I could see it from deep within.
I appreciate that. Ymir, we'll start heading wherever the sleeping place is going to be at. But as he's walking, it's nighttime, right?
Yeah.
He'll take out his sending stone because he needs to ask that one thing. I forget what it was. Who supplied? Who was their buyer, or who gave them the job? I think that's the thing.
Who gave the job to this group for like this time during Lucia's festival?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'll be walking and he will call them up. He'll call Glacia.
Okay. You begin to ring. It's nighttime, so it's daytime. They are able to answer you. They answer not super abruptly. The answer said, a little bit on the side, Ymir.
Hi, Glacia. How are you?
Things are good. What's up?
Last night I forgot to ask you a question. When do you have information on who gave the job to the individuals that caused that whole thing? Way back when that called us to sorry, I can't speak. That caused us to get exiled.
I think they were. I believe that it was someone from outside of Arlucia, like one of the pact, like the Northbound treaties. Like they came from one of those towns. Like they apparently performed there and then got extended another invite to our event. That's how we knew about them.
The North Towns?
Yeah, so the Northbound treaties, right? So we have
No, I'm aware.
And all that.
It might that interesting. You know of Constantine, right?
Yeah, but that they never arrived to the. And it kind of like stops for a second, and like kind of like you see, there's a bit of a lull in the conversation.
If they never arrived, sorry if I may sound a bit brash here, but might they be one of the highest suspects? No?
Well, there's other cities. They didn't. The place that they performed wasn't Colosi. They had performed in Mercia.
I see. Okay.
So I don't know if it's related. I know that draconic village is a bit, icy, but I don't think they would,
Be involved.
Well, I don't think they would risk political problems.
I mean, if you don't get caught. I'm just saying.
Well, there's Mercia. I mean, it could have been any places. Like there's Travanos, Asher, Liesver. There's a lot of cities that are aligned with us. I can go look into it.
If you could.
The governor, Riley Laurentoth, would have been the one that would have talked to my mom, maybe? I feel like the organizer for the entire event was Vince Valence, as far as like the designer, but I don't think he would have done anything. I don't think he thinks that far ahead.
Have you considered that there might be some sort of spy within each and every one of the locations that have caused this, that has information and allows them to know exactly where they're going to be at?
Ymir, there's a problem with the idea that this thing exists at all, because it implies that within our own unity with the province, that we are within battle of one another. My mom doesn't wish to bring that attention upwards because it could mean the involvement of other kingdoms. So it's scary to assume it's within our own, because it creates a lot of panic for people who are trying to make a new place. So to make an assumption like that is bold.
I know, but I'm exiled, so I could make whatever assumptions I need to if it means your safety along with your mother's.
Ymir. And like there's like a pause. Oh look. I didn't think about the idea of where they are following their history, but if they're good about covering up their faces, it's going to be hard to see. I'll see what I can do. Maybe there's news of people being stolen from in the past few cycles. No one's reported anything, though.
Sounds good. And before I go, make sure you call me, because I keep being the one to call, and, that's not fair.
I know you're adventuring, and I get worried that I'm going to call you at the wrong time.
I don't care. You could call me mid-fight. I'll figure it out.
There's a pause before a smile. Like, you can almost hear the smile on the opposite side.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go. It's pretty late over here. I gotta go stretch and sleep. You have a good one.
Have a good day. Night. Yeah.
Yep.
Descending sun ends.
Your pockets it.
Yeah.
And he continues walking over to wherever he's gonna go to bed at.
Find a place to sleep. The rest of you who are up for the night, I would love to go on a break if you guys are willing, and we can just say we all long rest unless there's anything you want to finalize with. All right, cool. You all take a long rest, and we're gonna take our 15-minute break or 20-minute break. Sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, that was me.
I heard it from a mile away. You were about to say, excuse me. All right. Be back at 33.
think C2 BS is bad? Like that, like 10
No,
times.
I don't think.
30.
I don't think CT. I don't think C2 BS is bad at all.
C2.
We
Ellie,
have
if
our
you-
moments.
If you saw me in
C1?
C1, you wouldn't want to be my friend.
Let's.
No, dead ass.
If you want to have a little pop quiz on C1, remember that whole game started with the thing of like Nim had to like bring to me like a warning saying we made characters already. We're using these characters, and I'm like, okay, I don't care. And you're like trying to like coax me into like you were trying to convince me. I didn't get it,
You're like, no trust.
but I learned.
No, like
I
there's
figured
something
out
that's
why.
gonna happen. Yeah,
all-
no, I was trying to warn you, like just
No,
so you couldn't blame me later.
Global
Like I was
Goblin.
like, I'm letting you
funniest
know.
thing, the funniest
That's
thing I could ever think
grung.
about is Jacob saying, "Yo, I have to keep Kat in C2, or else she will go and blow up someone else's campaign.
She will
I
haunt
have
my
to
dreams.
contain her power."
She will be my Narander if I didn't have her in my game, and
she is
she'd be
power.
hitting me up like I can guess character or something, you know. Let me guess character. I'll NPC.
If I hadn't been invited to C2 and like nobody campaigned, I probably wouldn't talk to anybody because that would have been like they're not my friends.
Aw, that's not true.
Because like, how could you not invite me to C2? And I didn't make an evil fucking character again. I made a good guy.
I know. I was surprised when I got your first original backstory for Father Cruz, and I was like, oh wow, a holy man. Surely this isn't a plot.
I saved Jacob. Cruz was
Right.
originally gonna be evil.
I know. We're gonna hit like
Let's get
level 18.
back.
Anyways, back to it. Long rest if you haven't already, please. Carnelian. Actually, I'm gonna do a roll call real quick. Mimosa,
Babui.
Father Cruz,
Ah!
Carnelian. All right, Idris.
Hi.
Velu.
All right, that's a long
Alright.
one. Oopsies.
I hear it.
Bro want to do it. Bro want to do it. Doesn't know how to act, bro. I'm here by the way.
I know you are. I need Dion. Dion, where are you? Motherfucker.
He always comes back late. Remember?
My. Okay.
And we even overtalk.
I know. I was pushing it back a little bit. I see him still in Spell Brigade.
That's
Urgh.
that thing
Urgh.
the entire time.
I know, he's probably paused on the menu. Anyways, all of you long rest. I need to get a scene with Carnelian before you interact with them. So for what happens here, Carnelian is not aligned with you guys. You guys are like doing your own things. Let's say Ymir.
Come here.
In the morning, you do wake up to ascending from Glacia.
Oh.
So
I
an immediate, like answer back, answers to you. I'm not gonna like have the role played conversation, but basically the information's kind of shared with you that the governor Riley Laurentoth, it's like
Write this down.
this shifter, werewolf like type thing, there's some relation to them and Richter. Richter being lost during the time of the event does raise a suspicion, and I think they're investigating Richter now as like a potential in, because not only was Richter a purveyor of rifles, they knew that the person that you guys had brought back also was a trained marksman. So they're using him as a resource to identify who he sold the weapon to and see if there's maybe some relation there. So by your insight towards that, it revealed that there's a way to track down like maybe the seller of that weapon, and also like the purveyor of who this governor of Mercia is, which also is the location of where Eon is right now. So another insight there.
And just to be clear, like the person who bought from this individual Richter, that's not Karn, right?
No.
Because that was
Well,
okay.
well,
cool.
they're still figuring that out. They could have made themselves look like Karn or Idris, right? They could have like made a face. They haven't
but, like,
shared.
whoever-
They're
like,
investigating.
it wasn't like actually Karn.
They just know that one of the members was using a rune rifle, and that rune rifle that had been, at the scene or whatever, what the person was using, what they recall, was of a design that Richter was familiar with. So Richter may have sold this to that person. They were Genasi. It only takes a few steps after that. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So they're just they're tracking back like item ownership to see if they can track down like a organization like that was like maybe purchasing the weapon and track that, because that would be easier than inciting all of their pact treaties.
All right. And on ending that call, Ymir will thank her for the call, and the information is cool too.
Yeah, and she gives you like a gesture of her going to bed. She hopes for your restful like day and hopes to see you again soon, when the cycle, of course, comes to its close, or at the ball if you still end up going.
Ymir informs her that he will see her before that.
Okay. And the call ends on the sending stone. You hear Dion?
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
You long rest if you haven't done so already, but you are mid dream right now.
Okay.
You're having a very intense dream tonight. One that feels interactable in the sense of you're having like these like episodic like moments. You have flashes of flowers, fields of flowers, a familiar feeling.
I'll look down at the color of the flower.
White. Remember being lost a long time ago in this same field, your vision obscured from a distance, a continuous path of walking, but a sound of a whisper in the distance. Karn.
He'll turn his head to the whisper.
He just tries to follow it in the fields. And as you're pursuing it, it's almost like you're chasing your own shadow. And your fingertips feel like cold as the rest of your body starts to shiver a bit in this dream. In the outside, physically sweating from your top of your head, like the heat of like your sleep. You've tossed and turned all night. In your dream, once again, it kind of stops, and you stop where you are. Your passive perception indicates something watching your dream that is not within this area, and you detect Eris, this vision of someone that you had met in Caldora who had honed power that you had been told that you could unlock in potential, but you detect that they're watching your dream with your passive perception.
I'll keep going like they're not watching.
Okay. As you're kind of going, you're like simulating things, and as you kind of like approach like this field, a small young tabaxi, Leonin, white girl, young, almost like an age that you were before. It almost feels like a memory of you reaching out a hand and trying to like hold it out, but your hand holds a knife.
Oh.
And it's
Try to put the knife back down.
It's already sunk into the chest. And as you blink again, you just see a gasp of a face. Save me, Karn. Save me.
Drop to my knees.
Sweat beating from your head. That vision behind you, it feels pushed into you. It feels like it's intense and riding around you.
Pushed into me like Eris is influencing it?
You feel like it could be. If they're watching, let's say that they're not making this happen. Your insight doesn't detect this, but your perception knows someone is watching. They're doing nothing.
Karn will try to stop the wound.
You try, and as you like try to heal, your own shadow becomes yours, and it rises up like a dark silhouette of this image of what could have been Marceline.
Karn's gonna break the fourth wall and look over towards Eris. Where are you?
Where I always am. It kind of like is an echo in your dream. It kind of echoes around, like voiceless a little bit, sourceless. You've been improving.
Did you force this dream?
No. But we watch.
Watch all the time?
Only when the call is made.
Called by who?
The void. And as that kind of like mentions, you've shared some information in your dream. You are not the only one of your kind. With the dark comes light. There is someone out there who harnesses the ether as you harness the dark. You and this individual are the only ones of your kind. With you incompleting your trials, your oath, you are to take the mantle, but you did not succeed. And things are not in balance, Carnelian. This is why you feel these pains. This is why the power does not come to you so swiftly. Can't you see? You need us. Otherwise, you will be your own demise, and you will fail at saving everything you promised to. We want
You're
to
telling
help
me
you.
I can save Marceline?
Only by reuniting the void and the ether can we end the cycle. If you wish to end your oath, you must finish the ritual. Otherwise, you will be plagued with this darkness forever. You can make an insight check.
Yes, thank you. Bang. 19.
It's hard to tell if it's the truth or not. With a 19 even. It's you
Could
know.
I use my insight? Or not insight, sorry. My inspo then?
You could try.
Okay.
You don't know the results yet, technically, so.
Fuck. 13.
With a 19, even with a 19 before, your mind kind of becomes hollow. The dream is no longer a dream. It is now just your eyes are closed in your sleep. You're no longer sweating. You're no longer going through this nightmare of a repeat of your past. It is now a message, and now ascending, a scrying, whatever this could be. You know that there's something left. You know that there are things that you had left behind. Unfinished business is the remainder of what is left, and only the people who had started you on this path can end it. And Carnelian probably knows this just from his own ignorance of trying to fall through. Whether or not you proceed down the path of finishing those rituals or finishing those rites, it will be clear. But the inspiration of telling you there is another out there may be enough. You could go and find that person and end all this, end the cycle, end the rail of this dark power that you contain, why it needs to exist in the first place, this balance. You could just use this to your advantage. However, if Eris wanted to take you, if the Shadow Consort came for you once again, would you run? This is a thing that lingers in your mind. So what does Carnelian think?
Carnelian's got a lot of thoughts right now. Me and Carnelian both. Karn kind of just standing there staring over towards where Eris would be in his like now empty mind, is thinking deeply of all of his options, what to do, when to do it, is now the time, where to get this information, where to go, who's this light guy, why have I never heard of him, am I supposed to fight him, is he nice to me, are we supposed to be enemies, or are we supposed to be keepers?
Exactly. And this is something that you're kind of rotating around over and over. And as your mind kind of like wildly trims, there is an image that approaches you, and it is translucent white shadow, the opposite of what you envision. As you envelop darkness and raise these shadow-like entities in front of you, a white glow of like pure like light and ether approaches you, and it attacks you. It swiftly grabs onto your shoulders and takes a bite, like trying to attack and like hold you in. And from that echo, behind it, something stands blurred in your vision. A image of something, a humanoid form that does not move but allows the echo to attack you.
Can I push forward past the echo, letting it attack me to get a clear vision of this figure?
You wake up.
Fuck you.
The sweat off your brow, Carnelian. You push off. No longer the voice in your head. Eris, gone. Intense dreams. What they mean, it hurts to say. And you awaken. Long rest.
Thanks.
Yeah. All of you regather together. There's no special interims for anybody else. Father Cruz, you managed to not get found by a random Leonin in the night, so that's good for you. And Idris and Mimosa, I don't know if you ever got private time. Probably not.
Here's my Latina eye.
Here's my Latina eyes
Cock
as I
blocking,
look
my son.
as I look at the cock blockers in the corner.
Karn's just sweating hard.
Why are you sweating? It's literally first thing in the morning. How
Jolts
are you
up.
sweating? What?
Oh.
Are you
Hello?
good?
You okay?
Oh.
Eat too much?
What?
No, maybe not enough.
It just like walks over and she crouches. What's your problem?
We need to talk.
Okay.
Everyone.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you need some stimulation to help you out? I can.
Well, here.
What?
Velu's in this
Huh?
room too.
Bello like pops in the doorway, leaning on the
Yeah,
pole.
I pop in. I heard you. You're not feeling good. Do you need some stimulation? Velu has his like finger up, with like electricity. I can. Okay. I'm using Volt. I touch you, and you kind of get shocked.
Doesn't really help.
No,
Do you
like
have a
static
stronger like dosage?
you would get damage, but I don't think you want that one.
Where's your mirror?
I don't know.
Ymir!
Ymir pops his head up. Sorry, what happened?
Carnelian
From under the bed.
Yeah. He's just chilling under there looking at stuff. You need something?
we need to talk. With all
Okay.
of it. Group
Ymir like rolls.
conversation.
You see him just roll out of bed. I also need to talk. She called me!
Who
No.
called?
Hmm.
Nice. I got
Okay.
a call too.
One thing at a time. Chameleon,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Ymir seems.
Karn walks past, closes, or like looks outside both ways, outside the door, closes it, walks back into the group, looks at Velu. Do you have your non-detect on?
It's always on, my guy. Just
Just
be around
making
me.
sure. So, I first have a question. When are we going back to the Bastion, and can it be soon?
You
Yeah,
anything else in your
I
interest?
I don't think so. I've basically, well, and she like kind of pauses and turns her head. I did want to see when my quote unquote pride would be, but honestly, I've gained more than I could have ever imagined. So if we have to cut it short here, that's fine.
Okay.
Would I know when my holiday is? Do I know how far out it is?
I mean, you haven't passed the first phase of Neo yet, so you're getting time.
Okay, I got like a month and a half.
Yeah.
If we could grab my thesis thingy, mage stuff before we head out, that's all.
Speaking
Let's go
of,
teleport them.
Ymir, as you say that, a letter, a sending scroll, bonk, hits you in the head.
Just hits his head. Ow!
So it was tracking you prior, like in your sleep, but ever since you hit the non-detect range, it just kind of like floats past you. It doesn't hit you in that; it actually floats past you because it lost like detection for a second.
No. Ymir for some reason starts talking and then walks out of the non-detect ring, and then he gets hit.
It's like perfect, you know. It's like one of those moments. It's like fucking zigs.
Ow! Shit!
Hits you in the eye.
Fuck!
But like,
I only have one.
I know, but like in the metal one, like not the one that actually is good.
Should have stayed in the ring.
My bad. Wait, hold on. What is this paper? He like unrails it.
How do I, ma'am? This is gonna be really bad.
What do you mean?
I don't want to like.
That's a good intro.
I don't want to usurp the current conversation with what you
No, go ahead.
read here, but I might wait to see
We'll
what
come
that
back.
message says in a second, if you
Yeah,
want.
we'll come back to it.
You hold the message and you're reading it, Ymir. Your look on your face will change drastically from your like happy moment,
I see.
as
Damn.
it does session per session.
I forgot who I was actually. I was playing. You know, after
forgot.
things happen and all those cool moments and all the Rizmos, I'm like, man, bro.
Back to the
Maybe
basics.
I
Hey,
forgot. I forgot I have to
first try.
suffer. All right.
All right, we'll get back to that in a second, but go ahead with your story, Carnelian, and talking first, and then we'll get to that.
Okay. So, after we quickly finish up here, I'd like to go to the Bastion, but then there's another place I'd like to go afterwards. But Karn's gonna sit down.
Oh, this is serious.
Oh wow.
I had a dream, and it wasn't a good one. As you can see, I'm sweating really bad. So a little bit of context for the situation. I grew up in a cult. I was forced in a box for my entire life and was only let out on certain occasions. One of those occasions being a ritual. But throughout this entire process, I wasn't alone. I had my sister Marceline with me, which is currently now my shadow because of a ritual that I was forced to do to kill her. That being said, my ultimate goal is to save her. That's the one thing that I really want to do. I want to need help to do that from you guys if you guys are willing. But I'm not sure where to go from here based on the dream that I had. This dream, I was in a field. I was with Marceline. I was being watched by someone. Ymir, you would remember them. They're from the market with that really big guy and that smaller person.
When we fought the troll and then the black market situation, I remember.
Eris is the name, and she was watching me throughout my entire dream. And then in the dream with Marceline, we were together, and then it happened again, and then it cut, and then Eris and I started talking within my dream, which was a really, really weird experience. And so a few things were said, some of those being that I might be able to actually save Marceline by completing the ritual, but I don't have the biggest trust for where I came from for obvious reasons. But also, I'm not the only one with this quote-unquote power. There is one other person in the world, which makes me realize how big of a part I have to play. They're the Aether. They are the opposite of me. They are the light. I am the dark. I didn't know this. And I don't know who they are. I didn't know they existed. I don't know what they look like, what their name is, nothing. But also in my dream, they summoned their own shadow, which isn't really a shadow because it was white and it was bright, but it attacked me. I don't know if Eris did that. I don't know if it was him also hunting me in my dream. I don't know why everyone's jumping into my dream now. I don't know what's going on.
This is interesting.
I want to
Well-
find out more about this light person.
And you stated that you need our help, right?
Yeah,
What do
course.
we need to do to complete the ritual?
I don't know.
I would like a history check from the group, please.
History
Yay!
check. I'm good at those.
I remember committing several
Dice roll
bolt
gets the reward.
sacrifices.
I did
I
not
got a
pretty
do
nat
good
one
at
for a
that.
3.
I did not
I'm
do
pretty
good.
good. I'm pretty
10.
good at that. That's gonna be a 24.
That's really good.
An 8.
My history is a 23.
You know what? I'll guidance myself. Fun. 13.
Hilarious.
For the shits and gigs.
Idris and Velu kind of share a station of a snap remembrance of earlier in this adventure, even. I think Velu knows more, but Idris, I think you remember the most. There
Nice.
was a story. Maybe it was while you're in the Shadowfell and you met Melina. Marina. Marina. I don't know.
Marinara.
Melina? I don't know.
Marinara.
I was thinking about Elden Ring for some reason.
Marina.
Marina. And maybe it was that time. It was somewhere between then and being in the Feywild. There was a historical presence that you had remembered where the ritual of what was happening with Carnelian, something similar was also happening in the Feywild. You remember information that comes around to you. You'll have to go back and like really dig deep, but with your high rolls, I'll tell you this. The ritual that Carnelian repeats to you, Velu and Idris, in story of written in book, maybe from passing messages of like what may be familiar to you, something rings familiar, and something with the Feywild. If the Shadowfell is one side, and that's where Carnelian is, the opposite must exist in the opposite world, which would be the Feywild. One of void, the lack of magic, the one of mana, the existence and domination of it. Not to stress out your histories too much for Idris and Velu, but Idris. If these are the same things, then what Carnelian is saying about his current choice to make is that this other individual who may have already completed this ritual may be already searching for him, or because he hasn't completed the ritual, they can never find him. So it is like your history kind of like gives you a lot of this back and forth, and you can like say I tell the group and that's fine, but like there is a semblance of Fey like power there. It's the opposite of the material. So if there's shadow, there's Fey. So
it just like looks over. It's cooked. And then she proceeds to tell the group. So,
That makes sense.
with that in mind, what do you want to do?
Arn's like just staring around. Me?
Oh my god.
You. What do you want to do? This
Whatever
is not
it
mine.
is to save
this is not-
Marceline.
Okay. What does that entail for you?
I don't know the steps to take for that. It's
A
either
million.
hunt down the man of light or woman. And
Oh, that's very respectful of you.
thank you.
inclusive. Taking inspiration.
Very nice.
Ally.
My fist is up. Or go back to my village where it all started and have them guide me.
So, I think if you want my opinion in slightest, we might have to go back to your village. If you're telling me this is where it all started and began, that's where we're going to find the most evidence of where we might have to go.
Alien, I'm sorry to ask, but what was the original ritual that they were going to perform?
Can I roll a history?
Sure. You can try to recite what you remember.
Guidance.
So I'm gonna use that inspo. Bang. Oh, that's better.
your guidance
Guidance is a D4.
Guidance. Yep.
Bang. Wait, what was it? Hold on. 15.
I will give you options to pick from and like dissect from if you desire. 1, you can know the name of the ritual. 2, you can learn the way like the ritual starts. Or 3, you can learn how the ritual ends. I'll give you one of those 3. Your roll was not high enough to get you everything.
Fuck. Give me a second. I gotta think about this.
The name gives you an ability to search it on your own. The beginning gives you information enough to know what has already happened, and the end lets you know what you're missing.
In theory, I already did the start of it.
You
Right.
imagine. Yes.
So, if I do, it's either name or end.
If you need a refresher, it's up to you.
I mean, all we need to do is names, like, or the end. So, like, why not just learn the end? Mhm.
Yeah, but if I skip the part, that's bad. That's the
name is,
problem
like-
with not having the like entirety.
And the name is Evil Death Ritual.
Assuming, I mean, Legend Lore would like get a lot of info on that, no?
Yes.
I guess. Name helps a lot for our own search, I guess.
You would know this. It's called the Ritual of Shadows.
Oh my fucking god.
But done. It is also called the Echo, like the Vow of Echoes.
That's
You know-
2 names.
Yes. So there is the Ritual of Shadows, the encompassing of like what it is, but the Vow of Echoes is what you were doing. The Ritual of Shadows is the overall everything, but the Vow of Echoes is like the thing you were taking part of.
Okay.
The Shadow Consort is what your organization claimed themselves as. And with your higher roll, the other ritual, or the Fey side, would be called the Ritual of Mana.
Okay. I'll relay that to the group. I know the names. Says the names. Maybe we can look up something with that in the Bastion.
Can
Idris
I
like
make-
looks over. You want me to legend lore it?
That would be nice.
Legend or would work.
Bom, bom.
I'm gonna legend lore it.
Which part?
Do the vow of echoes.
I'll legend lore the vow of echoes, please, Jacob.
Okay. Man, where do I begin? This is the DM.
I don't know.
Send the doc.
This is the DM speaking.
And
what
the
did-
dog.
What does Idris look like again when they legend lore? They just play a music and like the kind of musical like number kind of happens around like a song.
The
almost.
way that I would like for legend lore to kind of exist is there's these like golden fragments that form that kind of tell the story in a figurative manner, like it comes together and forms whatever we're thinking.
Okay.
That way it kind of gives like an illustration to what we're thinking about and what this is about.
The illusion of musical notes form into like personas in humanoid forms a little bit like in front of you as you see like the twisting of like the story of a song because you played the lyre to play the song, and the song comes as a dark like a cello, like a dark pull of like a bassy like string, almost a screech. It is unpleasant to the sound. The lore reveals to you. The Vow of Echoes. You zoom into the past. Cycles and cycles. This is before the divide, before the prime gods had made their debuts onto the planets. This is the existence of the planes of material, the Shadowfell, and the Feywild. This ritual goes back to the original unity of the planes. And Idris, your story kind of sets 3 globes in front of you. You see 3 like spheres, one of like almost like a planar ocean and green, one of a dark shadow, and one of a bright like purple and white color, representing the different 3 planes of existence. For those of you also seeing this illusion, you'd be known what these represent. For those of you who are either one familiar with the planes of existence or not. 1 shadow, 1 light, 1 middle. The shadow formed, the dark sphere expands in the room, encompassing you all. You see love. You see 2 individuals holding hands. You see 2 individuals holding each other. You see a flash, another individual lies dead on the ground. You see a flash, the individual being siphoned, like power towards the other. And you see an aura form around that individual. You see there's pain. The person that was killed, a representation of light. And one represents of dark. One of mana, one of void. The ritual of shadows, the vow of echoes. It rings as you hear the vow itself being spoken to you in the legend lore, like a song. Let's see if I can find it. Been a while since I had it. that? Oh.
Check the
Here.
other plates of existence.
I found it. Funny. You hear the following ritual and chanting. You guys are surrounded in darkness, surrounded in hoods of dark cloaks, faceless, like an expressionless features, only seeing like maybe jaw lines of like skin that looks to be crawling with black and thick tendrils across the mouths. Dark entities holding their hands outwards to their like sides of their hips while chanting. We call the echoes to the blade. Our bond to fear is never slayed. The pulse of nights shall never fade. Become the dark within the shade. My duty ends when debt is paid, and shadows return to be remade. And over, this chant goes quiet and louder and boom and boom. Carnelian, centered around this, you start to have these like almost like PTSD moments where you're just staring around at this scenario and you feel that you were there. This happened. Like this was already happening. And in that chant, there's a position of a white entity in front of you, and you immediately go to slash at it, like just out of fear. Idris, you see this vision. This is what happened. Love. Something was formed of passion and heart. One had destroyed the other, creating a connection. All of this existing within the Shadowfell. This ritual sacrifices one to gain the power of two. It is a dark ritual, for whatever side it may be. But whoever had slain who that day, it may be the answer. If Carnelian were not the victor, who would have been taking the mantle? Is this the year of void? Is this the cycle of his turn? Is his ritual never ending? What happens at the end? You push past. What is left? The polar opposite of the vow. You see another individual. One of like that magenta white light. A clash again. Destruction. A extinguishment. But a return, as both the shadows form to one another and become motes into the material. This is the vow of the echoes, that they would return to one another once their ritual is complete. And I think that's where the legend lore ends. You may be more confused than you are of learned, but the answer to Idris, and maybe to the rest of the group, is this. In this vow, one must fall and one must succeed. And if there are two sides to the coin, that means someone must exist on the opposite side to hold this burden. So the answer to maybe Carnelian's choice is, in completing this ritual, he may have to seek out who this other side is, who has also completed it, and whether or not they clash or combine is what's left. And that could be scary to share information, Idris, but that is information you have.
Idris, as it like comes to an end, everyone sees her playing stop, and she like stares like at the floor, and then she kind of looks to Mimosa, and then she looks to Carnelian, and she's just like, you both are so similar. It's so odd.
Is he gonna die too?
What did you learn?
He's the victor in this situation. Too much information for Allie to re-explain. Idris explains to the group what happened. You all heard it, I hope.
Enjoy the VOD when it
Because I
posts,
heard it.
because you're going to be on
Enjoy the
that
VOD,
shit.
guys.
watch this shit.
Yay! Idris like pauses, and she kind of like paces around the room. From what I've gathered with this information, there are other people that this has happened to, right? So, my idea is, Carnelian, Do you know of any other? Well, if you've lived in a box most of your life and that cold, you probably don't know. Have you heard of any other people being subjected to this and surviving, or anything like that?
Not in my cult. From what I know, they can't do anything because I never completed. They're kind of stuck. They can't do any more rituals or anything for my group.
Because
And-
you never completed it.
Right.
Well, although I hate to side with a cult, if they wanted you to complete the ritual, it means that they must know how to contact the other side, the other person.
It means they know who it is and where they are.
But I think we should find that information out elsewhere. If they put you in a box most of your life, who knows that if we come back, they might just try to get you again.
To be on the same page, that looked like I had to kill the other guy, right? Or girl.
You don't have to kill them.
Whoever it was, it's someone has to come out victorious. If it wasn't you, it was going to be the other person. But the other person is not here. It's you.
The shadow remains of the slain in front of you at any moment you summon it, Carnelian. As a matter of fact, it is a constant reminder of your victory.
And we should learn
I'm
what happened.
so confused now.
We should learn what has happened to the other victors.
That's what I'm saying. We need to find out who else has done it, and if they're still alive.
Lots to learn, lots to find out. Let's jump back to Ymir.
Yeah.
We got it from Harvard.
Ymir.
Jacob said, "You guys haven't been traumatized enough today."
Ymir has been in and out of this, but it's because the words on the page reflect a response to his thesis. Ymir. In reading your message, there's some clear points to be made. And it is a grade of some sorts, but it doesn't tell you that you had passed immediately. So you're reading through this text. We are amused by the insights of your thesis, as though you had woven the magic yourself. It is scarce to believe that such magics of the material components you gather wield such a potential. But in the contrary to our beliefs and your magical practice, we are unable to formulate a valid response on your thesis given the lack of knowledge. However, another individual has submitted a similar thesis, and it is under review at this current moment. After this thesis has been reviewed, we may reconsider accepting your paper. With that reading, Ymir, immediately the word somebody else is kind of like highlighted.
And Ymir, that there's a face that has been happening throughout the entire conversation, and it is just a cold stare. He's listening, but it's pretty obvious that Ymir hasn't really been there. The paper is still within his hand, and his other hand is still like with the index finger pointed on that someone.
Mimosa will like turn his head and look to Ymir. Then he'll like turn his whole body. You okay?
What's the letter say?
We got like other important things to be doing.
This matters to you. It's about you.
Don't diminish your own feelings.
Someone else submitted a similar thesis to me. Someone else also had those runic signatures that Glacier reported. Whoever this individual might be that submitted the thesis might also be connected to the runic signatures that we saw in that problem that Karn and Idris got framed for. Someone else also caused that. No, that's far-fetched. Might not make sense. Either way, they didn't accept my thesis, or they're reviewing it now because it sounded far-fetched. But they're only reviewing it because someone submitted a similar thesis. I don't know who this individual is, and I don't know how they would have something similar to me.
By the wording of this letter,
Used?
the submission that they mention in the letter insinuates that this happened prior to your submission. So someone had submitted this prior to you.
That's another thing, as Ymir kind of looks at it. Someone did this before me.
You think we could maybe figure that out? Like, they have to have some records on who submitted what.
What was your thesis about exactly? Like, very specific.
It was about runomancy, about the Magenta series, about all of the things that I
What?
did.
Wasn't Fuse involved in something similar to that?
No, Fuse knew nothing of the Magenta series. Everything that I had crafted was nothing similar to other people.
Same
At least I
person you
thought.
Made Arlucius Beacon then.
Well, Merlin created Arlucius Beacon, that's why I stopped myself. But maybe Merlin worked with somebody. Either way, this was prior, so...
Maybe
If
someone's
possible.
on the same path that you are. Just
You
two
see him-
like
you may-
minds.
You see him make a disgusted face, eh?
What? You know it happens.
I don't want that.
Well, no, probably. I know you don't, but surely they can't be exactly the same.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, they have to be bad apples. Whoever it is similar, or... I mean, this is the suspect for the thing... What caused us to get exiled in the first place.
Do you know if you've been scryed upon?
Ymir thinks for a moment. Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
Because wasn't there a time when I got scryed on?
Not like recently, but
I didn't.
Oh. There was a time you got scryed upon like a cow.
Yeah, but I don't remember. And it's only a 7.
I mean, in
Wait,
your-
this is a new day. Yeah,
Yeah,
with guy.
yeah.
Hold on. This is a new day. Let me roll my secret die real quick.
Angitis.
your personal
Damn.
I haven't rolled it yet, so I have to see what the
Draw
roll is
from
first.
face.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use my card
Yeah.
as I like kind of forget, and then 17
I mean,
plus 2, 19, and then I need to roll a d4. Oh wait, I have a d4. Never mind. So dirty 20.
to be fair with you, a dirty 20 is a really good roll, but historically, this probably goes prior to the events of this campaign, probably, because even in your own story, you have people who you shared this reluctantly with. Murdoch is like your number one culprit in your mind, because the only other person that shared your research was Murdoch all those years ago. And it could be possible that they submitted this as a thesis to get you into the Blazon Academy. What would be sent to maybe the head professor of that time. That gives you some, like, positive feeling back that it was likely someone trying to speak on what you hadn't named yet and, like, trying to provide, like, your potential out there for a college report. which would have also made it to this Magi Incantum glyph carvers like repository. That's a reasonable thing that could have happened. Scrying, no one would have the time to scry upon your research. It is all contained within books, your own knowledge, and communication that you've had with many others. You feel confident that this was not a scry against you or something deceptive. This feels like you giving information in your past and maybe someone using it to gain an advantage for either yourself or for themselves. I don't think you know anybody else who could have done it possibly.
Okay. You see Ymir kind of his eyes are darting around. Whoever did this, I don't think it was for any other reason. It might actually be connected to me. Murdoch possibly submitted it for me, and maybe that is why. But that doesn't change the fact that, oh my god, in her giving that information, someone possibly used that. And that's why there's an individual out there who can do what I do.
I will say, this is the last thing I'll give you for a history, because you used your card. I feel like I'm giving too much, but I'm going to give it to you because it's a high roll. The runic signatures that they found at Arlusha did not match to what you would have shared with Murdoch. So, whoever is doing things outside of whatever that thesis may have been has adapted since then, or maybe practiced what you have done in the past. Maybe they are
for sure
learning about what you're doing and copying you.
And whoever it is definitely formidable, obviously. You know what? This is exciting. I'm okay with this. You see, like,
you have a rival.
an odd smile on
Yeah.
his face. Now things are getting interesting. He will fold up the paper. Well, I still would like to visit the magic place one more time to say bye to an individual that I met there. And ask him a question.
The Haragon?
Mm-hmm. I believe it was Hop. But no.
Not to, dull your son to the mood, Carnelian and Ymir getting some, lackluster news is awesome. It's just doing a Legend Lore is, mid. And then the rest of you guys are just waking up in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
Mid? Yo, mid!
Yo, I'm murdering you in
He
real
didn't say
life.
anything about me. He
Put
didn't say
this in
anything about
general,
me.
guys, but I think
Rage bait.
when researching Carnelian's Town, we should hit up Halabar as they may have information.
Oh, we got a bunch of things to do for Alabar, so that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, Haza.
Um,
is his name.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I guess I just want to indoctrinate people to my religion. I don't know what that word means, so I don't know how I used it.
No, that's probably right.
That's correct.
Okay.
Enforce.
Looks like there's a lot of shit for us to do. Where would we like to start?
And we
And I will-
time skip. We're gonna do all that shit.
I had it again.
I am not gonna sit here and replay it all. You guys can
And the
teleport
campaign ends.
everywhere. Game's over.
But I'm hopefully breathing.
No!
No.
Why did
Can
you
I
say
roll
that?
to breathe?
Oh,
Roll to breathe.
Can I have a coughing fit?
You visit by Vasha.
Can I catch tuberculosis?
What is your
Yes!
question to Haza that you're going to ask?
Haza, what is your favorite spell?
Now that's a tough one.
And give me a good reason.
I mean, all right, hear me out. There's this one spell called Thaumaturgy. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I am.
Funny thing about that spell is the multiple uses of it as a cantrip. And I found myself getting out in more situations with fights, just being a little bit louder, changing my eye color. And that was fun. So, It's always been with me. It's my day one. Gotta say, it's all reliable.
I see. Well, I'm going to be heading out to this area, and I just wanted to say it was really nice meeting you.
Oh, where you headed?
Have you ever... we're going to be going back to our bastion.
Sick. Well,
So, if you ever want a place to stay at, I consider you my friend, and if you need any place of serenity or safety, it's gonna be over to the west.
he puts
And
a hand
you
out.
have a free pass. Ymir puts a hand out as well.
Firm grip, shakes it, and he's like, "It's a pleasure. You're gonna be a terrific mage. Fuck all these people, right? Because it's all pretentious assholes trying to make sure that you're paying money to get the subscription cost at the end. Don't worry about that.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's all governmental." And he looks at like the list of like his own thing. His thesis is still not passed. He's just like, fuck. And he just like,
Ymir,
turns.
Ymir puts his hand on his shoulder as he looks over to the board. He's like, don't worry about what they have to say, because they don't know how truly special you are. Nobody gets to define that.
Sounds like an easy way to say that I didn't do good enough.
What do they know? They're stuck in their little witch homes telling other spellcasters if they're better or not. They're not shit.
That's what I get for going freelance. I should have went to Epsilon. Damn it. He just like started kicking himself.
Okay. Stop beating yourself up. Just like thaumaturgy, you have multiple ways to figure yourself out.
Just like perks an ear at
Multiple
you.
options.
What's your favorite spell?
Mending.
Clever.
It reminds me that broken things don't have to stay broken.
Well, non-magical things.
If you think too hard on it, it's not as appealing.
He just smiles and laughs.
I'll see you.
He waves. You say bye to him. Mimosa, if you're nearby, he kind of gives you like the 2-finger salute from his eyebrow, and he's just kind of looks you.
Waves.
Yeah, he's like, "See you later." And that's the end of your guys' conversation. Anything you guys want to do by Vasha, anything like that, blah blah blah. We're speaking now for everyone's peace.
The convince people join thing.
Make religion check.
Okay.
Mr. DM, Mr. DM.
Oh my goodness! 1 second, I'm burping.
24.
24. You bless one person today to come and join your religion. Everybody else is like very stagnant, but there is one person who kind of listens to you, and they are like a young Leonin, who has like maybe like they're 18, and they're like walking up and like, so you're saying if I die, I can just come back?
In simple terms, yes.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
And he
alternative.
holds the pamphlet, like flips it to the other side. What's the snake? Why a snake?
Just the form that he was given.
Doesn't that seem kind of like evil?
I mean, do you think your form is evil?
Dick stares at himself. I don't know. He just stares at the pamphlet. Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit. Yeah.
It's good to have an open mind.
What's this about Renora?
It's a holiday coming up. You have holidays here, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the festivals.
Mm-hmm. It's just a festival.
Thanks. And he just walks off. That's the person that you would recruit.
Yeah, I did it, guys!
+1.
Mr. DM, Mr. DM, Mr. DM.
Idris.
Hi. As we're doing like some traveling, because I wanted to do this earlier, but I didn't get a chance because things happen. I would like to send a sending to like 3 people, if that's cool with you.
Hit me with them sendings.
Wonderful. So the first sending is to my mother, and I would like to say to her, Mother, I found your mother, my grandmother, and my uncle and cousin. They miss you a lot. That's all.
Immediate response from your mother.
Great.
Oh goodness. You had gone wandering off in places that I had long abandoned. I hope you have not been disappointed.
Cool.
Fuck that bitch.
She'll send an additional sending to that.
Okay.
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm proud of how you changed your life around and became who you really wanted to be in the end.
Man, I don't know if she's gonna take that mean or not. I think she's not responding to you.
That's fine.
I don't think she would.
That's fine.
Okay.
Another sending that I would like to do is to my dad.
Yeah.
Father, I went on an adventure to the East Safari. Found out some things about you. Do you miss home?
Immediate response. Sometimes. But I'd give it up all again to have you multiple times. You are my favorite part of my adventure.
Hate it here.
That's fucking adorable.
God. Oh. Alright, and the third sending is gonna go to my good friend Nathaniel.
Oh. Okay. What do you say?
Nathaniel, I am reaching out again to thank you for everything you have done for me in finding my family. We were successful.
Immediate response. Excellent to hear, Idris. I'm very happy you were able to find them. And we're fortunate enough to meet where we come from. Let it be a trust that I will give you as much as I can when you ask. In your debt.
I'm satisfied.
Anybody else?
Me.
Sup?
Nathaniel.
Are you trying to go visit him or are you trying to talk to him?
Talk to him. Taking my sending stone out.
Alright.
Hello.
Velu?
Hi.
I just got off another sending, sorry. I'm surprised to hear from you.
Yes, I'm leaving.
Oh.
I'm going back to the other continent.
Oh, so soon. I had thought maybe you would stay.
No. I'll be back though. Also, I won against another Leonian. I got challenged to a duel.
Is that right?
Yes. What does that make me?
You like in the sending? What?
Please. What does that? Oh, okay. Never mind. Nothing.
What are you
I thought there was
asking?
like a ranking system.
Why would there be a
None-
ranking system? You just fought a man
Oh.
for free.
Oh, damn.
Did you get anything?
Okay. Yeah, I got a sword.
Oh.
2 swords.
Well, I suppose it makes you whatever the rarity of the sword is.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just leaving Barasha, so I'll talk to you later.
Indeed. Reach to me
Bye
again.
bye. Yes. Bye. Hangs up.
Fuck. He's like, cuts up. Fuck. And just like, he's gone. Anybody else?
While I was there with the Haza magic area, could I have checked previous theses?
No. But you can ask. Go ahead
I'd love to
and make me. What do I want to do? It's a persuasion check at disadvantage.
could I have had enhanced ability before coming into that building?
No,
Alright. That's fine.
I don't think you expected to get a response. So
I got I rolled a 10 twice, but it's a 19 since +9.
I'm shaking my head. No, man. I'm sorry. You don't get any access to that stuff. But you do find out this. Once you become an archmage, like the final levels, right? You do get access to those theses.
I see.
So they basically tell you, like, until you have the unlocked, like advancements, you're not going to be able to see those papers and review them. We use archmages to review those papers in the first place.
Got it.
So they fill you in, tell you super sorry, but to continue on your journey. All right. And with that being said, unless anybody else has anything.
Did we check how far that mech quest is?
Oh, that's across the safari. It would be beyond the Onaru Plains and to the canyon. What is it called? You have the map. It would be all the way to the left of it would be in Pagoda Valley. So all the way to the west. Yeah, quite a journey. You can probably make half of that. You can make like a fourth of that travel by teleportation just to where the Knoll encampment maybe was, but you'd still have to like make the trek.
West?
I think we should go to the Bastion first and then maybe think about doing the mech quest. Thoughts, guys?
Yeah, that sounds good. I got to figure
Yeah.
out the infernal iron shit.
Sure.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. I'm assuming you're gonna teleport.
Before we go,
Or no, go ahead.
Karn's gonna give a quick message to Robin.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's the message?
Remember how I said be ready? I'm on the way.
Oh no.
it's the middle of the night. It's the middle of the night for her. You better mean that shit.
Oh wait, before we teleport, can I do divination check? Gotcha.
Okay.
How's it looking? How's the stocks?
I'll let you roll for it this time if you like.
Roll a what dice?
You have to roll a what is it called? It's 3d6. The values of all the dice have to be even.
Damn it. One was a 3.
Yeah, it's like jackpot
Yep.
basically.
Rats.
Gambling.
I'm gambling too. I like the idea that there's cool rare items that can be up for sale. It's like a little like mini market. With that, you guys are teleporting, I assume.
Yep.
Let me get that Arcana check, buddy, old pal.
Are y'all helping?
Yeah, of course.
Guidance and
I'm
advantage.
helping
You always
by
get it.
patting you on the
Guidance,
back.
advantage, inspiration. Like you can get
Hold
it
on,
all.
hold on. You know what? You're right.
Don't
I didn't
push
give it to you
yourself, bro.
until I do this.
Doesn't count
Yeah, that's
until you
nice.
hear it.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
count until I hear it. Okay, guys. Okay, are y'all ready? Oh my god. It's oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
We might be going to
Oh,
guy
yeah.
anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold
God
on.
damn.
Hold on. Hold on.
Aw, I really wanted to send you all to the
Oh.
abyss.
Oh God.
29, Jacob.
Dude,
Did it
I-
succeed?
Drops us in
Jacob.
front of the mech.
Is that high enough?
It actually
Is that
seems-
high enough, Jacob?
Yeah. Okay. Calm down. All right.
Does the 29 hit?
This is a 29.
I don't think it does.
Anyways, you're getting chummy on me. Yeah. You teleport back to which one? The perch or the estate? The perch would have the teleportation circle, which would make it basically like all good. And it's like a little walk away from there. But it's up to you.
What do y'all want?
Perch.
Perch.
Arch.
Cool. And that is where we go. And that is also where we're going to end the session.
Oh God.
before the two dudes go.
Huh?
Who's all at your bastion?
I mean, you have
My sister, my
your
brother.
brother.
I have
Valor,
Ymir's sister.
Yep.
You have that Blue Dragon Ball, the other guy.
Yeah, you have Arcanacel.
Like I say, his guy. Who else you have?
I don't
And
know.
you also have Ymir's contact for the Sapphires.
Oh, I'm taking the two dudes then.
Do what you want, man.
Taking 2 dudes.
Taking 2 dudes, crazy.
I'm taking them, bro. I'm taking
not
them really
stopping
good.
you.
Okay.
We're progressive.
Well,
I took
Oh,
two
hold
women.
on.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right. Yeah, man.
Let me write it down.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You guys can keep track of that for yourself. We'll get you guys' bastion stuff figured out, of course. The currency's transferred over to you, and we'll see how long we stay in our bastions for. Maybe we pass until the
Hope
month.
that- Up there to see whatever her name is, Limousine, but she's at like my tent. She's in my bed. She's like, I was waiting for you.
Found you. I came to you.
Yeah.
Run away with me.
Okay, so Laurent, Valora, Ymir's younger sister, Ymir's contact, Mimo's aunt.
Brian. For some reason I
Brian?
staled on the name Brian.
Brian for the contact?
Yes.
Sure, I'll just put that in parentheses.
All right. Anybody say bye, stream?
Bye, stream.
Okay, and then we had what was their name?